It is Wednesday, my dudes, which means, yep, we're doing this again. It is April the 23rd, 2025. Campaign 2, Session 2. How's everybody doing?
So
So
good.
good.
Happy to hear it. Well, now I can ask, what happened last time?
Orientation day.
Woohoo!
Loathing.
Yeah.
An
Loading.
elf died.
Yeah.
Unadulterated loading.
That's true.
What?
A child disappeared.
Child disappeared.
Also true.
We tried to meet Franklin the deer, and that didn't happen. He was so fucking dead.
Yeah.
And we fought
Oh,
some
dear.
some quasits.
That's true.
We did.
Caesar
stuff.
helped a cat girl
Yeah,
who
Caesar
then
helped-
promptly
disappeared.
ceased.
Which I guess we wouldn't know just yet. I guess only Caesar would know at this point, right?
Yeah, of the
Or is
four of
this-
you.
That's so true.
She is
Right,
not
like
in
at
your
this
guild.
point, we don't know that. And then
He
some
must
secret
bear this burden
secrets.
alone.
Yeah. And we got
Yes.
some secrets.
I must. Secret secrets.
Secrets.
Yeah. After a surprisingly eventful orientation day, you all make your way back to your various sleeping quarters in the Cipra Guild Hall, retired for the evening. I also neglected to mention at the end of the last session, but you guys all did, in fact, level up after that, which we did off stream, but they are level 2 now, because who wants to spend more than one session at level 1? I certainly don't.
Yeah.
The following morning will, in fact, be the first morning of classes. Lauren, you have learned from the kind of initial few days that you spent here that everybody kind of starts the day with a morning meal at the dining hall, which opens shortly after sunrise. The classes don't really get underway until a couple of hours later. Some students like to get there early. As you have learned, Artemisia is one such student, as well as some of the other do-gooders and other monitors. This is probably not something that is of much interest to you, but the rest of you kind of assume how the general day is going to go. Cassandra and Titania, we can start with you guys as you conduct whatever your morning ritual may happen to be in this dorm that you share.
I feel like she gets up and then does her 9-step skincare routine. And she's putting on her makeup. She definitely has her has a little vanity and the lights are on. So definitely if Cassandra was still sleeping, it would definitely wake you up. It's so bright. And she would not care. Just
I would
Using the
look
sink
over
really
because
loudly.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would look over and Cass is an early riser anyhow,
Yeah.
so she would just get up, do her makeup, get changed, and grab her notebooks and go, not even deal with it.
Yeah, she might even be up and gone before you're really
Yeah,
conscious.
probably.
Lauren would try to gather people in the common area before everybody leaves for the first day.
You could do that.
And he would just give a short little, speech. All right, everyone. It's our first day. We have nowhere to go but up from here. I'm sure everybody is excited and interested and can't wait to see what's happening, myself among you. Those of you who have been here longer, well, maybe this is a bit less interesting. But we all must do our best. We have to prove ourselves to these guild masters and get ourselves a better guild hall next year. And I'd like to use my inspiring leader feat.
Oh,
Love it.
nice.
And I will do some bullshit every single day.
Love it.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the other students are some of the new young students are wow, yeah, Cash is yeah, let's do it. Some of the others are a little bit less enthused, but everybody stays to listen.
He's surprised by that, and that's good enough. 6 people get 7 temp HP. I'll give it to the 4 of us, Elias and Cash.
Okay.
Nice.
Cash
Oh,
looks
was I-
suitably invigorated.
Was I there to hear that?
Yeah. We can take
If you
one.
wanted to be, you live in the guild hall, right?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. How much temp HP? 7?
7.
Sweet.
You're approached by this strapping young halfling fellow who's like, you know, kind of wavy red hair and like a nicely cropped beard. He's like, "Hey, that was a pretty good one."
Thanks.
You know, I was a little bit, not gonna lie, I was a little bit butthurt when I found out that I didn't get the monitor job, but, you know, I'm trying to see it as a positive. I'm Longo, by the way.
Ah, pleasure to meet you. I've seen the name on the papers, but it's good to put a face to it.
Yeah, I'm a year 7, so, you know, making my way up there. Maybe I'll, take one of your, hallowed places next year. And hopefully not in this tower.
That would be the goal, yeah. It sounds like I probably won't be around unless I do something terribly wrong, so...
Happens more likely than you probably, think.
But there's plenty of time to figure it out, and there's nowhere to go but up from here.
That's true. You said that.
Yeah, well,
It's really,
I,
yeah, good stuff.
It's hard to feel any other way when you live in a swamp.
Yeah, well, you know, you get to be higher up on the tower, so.
That's true.
You're Elias's cousin, is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, so you're familiar with their, escapades.
Oh, they're a lot of fun, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've heard stories of their... I suppose escapades is the right word for it,
Yeah,
at
I'd
the
say
academy, but...
escapade.
Well, I imagine you would, you just did. But I haven't seen it for myself. It's been a bit of time since we've been together like this, so I look forward to it, and maybe rein them in a bit if we need.
Yeah, there'll be some stories for sure. They're kind of famous around these parts. Old Elias over there, you see he's like just sort of sitting at one of the tables, like trying to eat some kind of meal that he's made for himself out of what you imagine is probably like hardtack and jerky that was in the various crates and barrels that are stacked up in this room, and he's just like having a pre-breakfast. Yeah, he's kind of well, to hear Artemisia describe it. You've met Artemisia, I take it.
It's hard to miss.
Yeah, to hear her describe it, he's kind of the reason why we're in here in the first place, so I'm sure you'll hear some stories.
I'm sure I'll get the full details from her. She likes to complain at me, but that's fine. Such is my lot. But
Yeah.
they're good lads all the same, even if they're a bit much.
We're all a bit much, that's why we're in Cipra.
Well, then this should be interesting.
Yep, I gotta go before the good omelets get taken.
I'll go with you. That sounds like a fair thing.
You do see Artemisia is just kind of like standing off to one side of the room, like waiting for you guys to clear out because she doesn't really want to talk to you, but she stayed for your little address as well.
You'd give a unnecessarily obsequious little hello on
She's
the way
just
out the
like,
door. I know you want to be subtle. I will not allow it.
Caesar, as you're down there, you get approached by Ismene, who kind of comes down the stairs, looking a little bit haggard from the previous day's craziness, but he just kind of strolls on over to you. So we are not teaching today.
Yes.
You should probably go and speak with the boss to receive your schedule for the week. It'll be pretty much the same every week thereafter.
What kind of things do I do?
My guess, working in the kitchen, that seems to be, well, we are in desperate need of people who can cook.
Oh, okay.
But
when-
you will generally
when do-
work around campus 3 days a week, teach your class one of them, and then the other 3 will be yours to do what you wish.
Oh. And when do professors usually have office hours?
During those other 3 days.
Oh, I see. do they just sit around in their office all day?
That is up to you. You can tell your students what times you are going to be available, and they will come by. You are not actually required to have them at all, but you know, some would probably be good. But
Do you have office hours?
I do, but I don't really do a lot. I just do it. I just block off all of Tuesday.
Oh.
Which is tomorrow.
Yes.
But yeah, you may also be approached. Lannon, Professor Baruch, did ask me to have you go and speak to him at some point in his office today.
The gun guy?
Yeah.
What does he want?
You
from me?
will learn. Some professors around here take their jobs in a more creative direction.
Okay.
He is one such of them that likes to involve other professors in his class when he gets the opportunity to do so. It's sort of a you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of a deal. He
But
did
my
this a
class
lot.
is fitness.
He did it a lot with Stumpfumple before you. My guess is he is going to be splitting the students up into groups and probably wants some people to supervise.
Okay. I'll talk to him.
Go talk to him, see what he wants. But yes, otherwise I would say talk to Vincent. Get your weekly thing.
Yeah. All right.
And good luck.
Thank you.
I'm off to tend the grove.
How exciting.
I like the nature things. They put me outside a lot. She kind of strolls out. You do see the other two professors as well have come downstairs. Jack Albrecht and Alphonse Dysart. They also are not teaching today, but they just seem to make their way to the dining hall.
Professor Jack.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Yes, hello.
Caesar.
Yes. I was just wondering if on your off days, do you have office hours?
I do, yeah. Students tend to have a harder time with my class.
Does your class involve a lot of book learning?
You could say that. I teach Arcana.
Yes. Yeah. Two of the students that I met yesterday were quite interested in the library and things about it. So I thought perhaps I could more lead them towards your direction if they were interested in such things.
Yeah, I'm holding my first class in there. Just kind of going to give an overview of the library. I don't have too many students from our guild in the class, I don't think, but I know Artemisia is.
Oh.
I think one of the new girls.
Do you teach today?
No, I'll be
Oh.
I'll be on the floor day.
Tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow.
Yes. All right. Well, I will. If they are interested, I will let them know.
Yeah, send them my way. And they could also meet with the High Librarian too, if there's anything in particular that they're interested in.
Yes.
Just gonna have him roll something real quick. Just if you're talking about those students that you were kind of talking to yesterday, I would just say just be careful. There's a lot of sometimes like new students kind of don't really get what Halcyon's about, and they try to just sort of get stuff that can help them or their family.
Are you referencing one of them in particular?
No, I'm just saying with any new student, especially new students who come in kind of later on, they might not be totally bought into the whole thing that we're trying to do here. You know, that library is really, really valuable, and the High Librarian takes his position really seriously. And I just wouldn't want uh, anyone getting in trouble for looking into things that they shouldn't be.
I would also hate that. Yes.
Right. Uh, you know, the families around here, I'm kind of a little bit removed from a lot of it, you know, but
I'm entirely removed from it.
yeah, I heard you're also kind of from the cleft.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
kind of.
way down there. But a lot of these guys, you know, in the provinces and the Dominion and the cantons, they can be kind of bloodthirsty.
Oh,
And there have been instances, I'm not saying this is the case with any of these new students, but there have been instances
Sure.
where kids came here kind of under false pretenses because they were trying to get something for their family.
like books.
Books, relics, spells. There's a
Oh
lot of
yes,
stuff
I
in
did
that
hear
library.
there were relics in that library. Yes.
There's like 3 whole floors of them.
Is that what is in those forbidden sections?
Yeah, well, yeah, there's forbidden books, you know, like nasty spell books or histories of things that are, you know, they contain rituals or things that people probably shouldn't know so much about, or that should be parceled out to upper class students
Yeah.
once they have a better understanding of things. And then the upper floors are also pretty restricted, because that's like where they have most of their artifacts and relics, powerful magic items and stuff like that. I'm one of the only people that has access to the floors, and actually
The
the High
relic floor?
Librarian. They're on 10, 11, and 12, and actually only the High Librarian has access to the 12th floor.
Do you do like a special class in there or something?
Yeah, actually, I'll be doing that on my first day here. If you want to tag along.
Oh. Yeah. If I'm not giving cooking duty, yeah.
Yeah, well, and usually the folks that I sometimes get the cooking duty, and usually if you're giving it on a day, it's like 2 meals out of the 3. So,
Oh.
you
So I
want to
can
take,
choose which.
yeah, if you want to take lunch off or something, then yeah, we've got kind of a cabal of unseen servants in there that can do most of the grunt work.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they weren't online yesterday, but they should be here today. I'm going down to cast a few myself, but
That will make it so much easier.
yeah, so you really only need like a couple of pairs of hands in there.
Wow. I would very much be interested in tagging along.
Sure, yeah.
I will admit I am not a book guy, but the artifacts it sounds
I
pretty
gotta tell
cool,
you,
I
looking
guess.
at my student list, a lot of my students aren't book people, but that's
Yeah.
why you take the class, right?
Yeah. Yep. Okay, well I don't want to take up too much of your time today.
Yeah, sure. I'll see you around.
Yes, see you around. I will go to Barouche, I guess.
Okay. You stop by. You kind of head over to the great hall into the back there where all of the faculty offices are. Your office is around here as well. They are sorted by kind of generally the section that they're in. So you head over to the armaments section. You do see Professor Lannon Barouche's door is open. There's like a little bit of smoke wafting out of it.
Oh. Hello? Is everything okay in here?
Ah! Oh, yeah, yes, you're the man I wanted to see. You see, there's this
So I heard.
this wizened-looking gnome. Everything in this office has basically been removed. There's like no furniture except for in the middle. There's some kind of like piece of heavy artillery that seems to be under construction. You can see he's got this like round like leather helmet on and with tufts of like singed white hair poking out either side, and he's got these goggles on. Wearing a similar helmet and pair of goggles next to him is what seems to be like a bush that also is like working on constructing the thing too. All right, take a 5, Stumpy. See the shrub just kind of like slinks over to a corner and sits in a little pot that's there.
What is with the shrub?
Ah, that's Stumpy. He's helpful.
Where can
You
I
lose
get
enough
one?
fingers in this business, you decide maybe you should get some help.
Okay, yeah.
Hence,
Makes sense to me.
plant. I would tell you to sit down, but I really don't have any anywhere to sit.
That is fine.
I was wondering if I could ask for your assistance on tomorrow.
Can I know what it is first?
Yeah. I like to start my year with sort of a big old demonstration.
Okay.
You see, my class is firearms, but it also focuses on 5 distinct categories. Well, 6, really, if you want to get particular. I do sidearms, long arms, artillery, cannons, explosives, and then chemistry, right? For creation of the powder and all that.
Sure.
So what I like to do is start in the like the central courtyard, and then divide the students out into 5 different groups, where there's going to be a professor waiting for them in a certain part of campus, demonstrating one of the things. You don't have to have any prior knowledge or experience. And I gave you one.
Good.
I was going to have you do one that I think would actually kind of fit your bailiwick.
Yeah.
As over in the east field, basically, I'm working on. He just kind of pulls out this like wooden disc with like a stone plunger on the top of it. It's a landmine. And when you click it, it just like emits this sound that sounds like his voice going boom. It's an exercise in hiding them. So basically, the students are all gonna hide them, and then basically play a big old game of tag. And if you step on a landmine, you lose.
I love it. I will happily join.
Awesome. Yeah, and then over by the lake, they're gonna be shooting cannons and stuff. It's gonna be crazy.
Wow. Your class sounds fun.
Yeah, I think so. It's not all fun, you know. They do have to learn how to build stuff and upkeep and maintain everything, obviously, because we only have so much equipment. Hence the fake landmines. Also, I don't want anyone getting blown up.
Yeah, that would be bad.
But yeah, if you just want to meet me in the courtyard tomorrow morning, and then
Sure.
you know, I don't know what you got planned for your you're teaching the fitness thing, right? Yeah, old Greg used to do that.
Yeah? Oh yeah, I heard that you and him used to tag team a bit.
Yeah,
with classes.
yeah, we were pretty tight.
Yeah?
We're both from we both grew up kind of in the same area, the same town.
Oh. Well, all right. I don't
But,
know the governor. All I know is that he's not around anymore. So
Yeah. Well,
did I know anything
regardless,
about that?
Nah.
Okay.
But if you want any help or any equipment or anything for your class, just let me know.
Like gun equipment?
I mean, within
What
reason.
What other equipment do you have?
I got all kinds of stuff, man.
Oh, okay. Yes, I will think about it.
If you need, like, I don't know, like a starter's pistol or something. Or if you want to play
Yeah,
it,
probably.
like, more some kind of pyrotechnic display or something. I don't know, but whatever.
Ooh,
Think about
I
it.
will think on it. Yeah. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Great.
I will go find my preceptorate.
All right. While you go and head over to Vincent's office, The rest of
Yeah.
you, I assume, are making your way to the dining hall in your
Yeah,
various
probably.
different schedules.
I think we have the same class today.
You all do have the same class today.
This is one of the ones that we're all in.
Yes.
And then, yeah.
You all have that class today. And there's a good number of you. There's a good number of other students in that class as well. It's one of the more well-attended ones. But you guys, basically all 100 or so of the students are in the dining hall this morning. There's a couple that aren't, but you get a good sense of how this place runs. It's pretty loud and boisterous in here. You can definitely see there's like a lot of reunions happening, a lot of pre-established friend groups that are getting together. Notably, you guys do see some members of your own guild that you recognize. You see the triplets are all sharing a table. Somehow Elias managed to like sprint over here after eating his like trail mix in the building. They're all like just sharing a big old pile of food. You can see Cash and Lonoth are sitting together. They seem to be bros. Cash has just like an enormous plate of basically fried salami. Lonoth is eating like oatmeal, seems like. You do see Artemisia is eating with her sister, the younger sister here. Lots of different folks all across the board. Some Goliaths having more appropriately sized tables off to one side.
Are there any like open
Yes. Yeah, there's definitely unclaimed space.
Warren
You
would
guys
go
can
to one of
all
those for now.
probably come in around the same time.
Yeah.
Before long,
Okay.
it is getting to be time for class to begin. You can see students are starting to kind of filter out. There doesn't really seem to be like a hard and fast schedule for the time. You just see a lot of the students who have been here for a few years kind of start to make their way out of the room, head towards the various places on campus that they will be having their first classes. You see they're basically all going to some of them are going to the forge, some of them are heading up to where the greenhouse is, some of them to the main kind of classroom complex. And your class for the day will be in the artifact lab, the tower in one of the towers in the middle of campus.
Okay.
Head over there and just, oh, you two are both in this class.
Oh.
Oh
This
yeah,
should be
so it
interesting.
seems. Also, is the classroom already getting like filled up because it's popular?
Yeah, so there's not really a proper classroom here that you can see.
Oh, okay.
You see, as you guys kind of gather around the bottom floor, there just seems to be a whole bunch of like individual or pair workstations that have set up like sets of tools. They seem to have enchanting equipment, tinker's tools, various other artificer regalia and paraphernalia. All very like well organized and arranged for this first day. Students continue to file in. There's a good I want to say 30 of you. You recognize There's another one of the Belkarin triplets in this class. You guys, Lauren, you can tell which one it is. The other two of you, probably not.
Nope. It's a triplet.
There's one of them. You see Lonoth is in here as well, and a couple of other students. Reska the Satmi, a couple of other students from your guild. But not a lot of them.
Yeah. I'll go to one of the free stations and not touch anything, but definitely check out what the equipment there.
Yeah. Just go ahead and make an investigation check for me. can see other students are doing the same. Seems to be pretty high quality tools in here. You notice that there is like a small wrapped up bundle at each station as well, and there are 2 stools at each. As you guys are finishing filing in, you do hear a voice kind of coming from the stairwell on. There's like basically a stairway running up the side that seems to spiral all the way up the tower through the various floors. You see this black and gray furred tabaxi wearing these kind of flowing, almost like a cape, but it kind of comes down across the front as well. It's like a turquoise with these very high-waisted maroon pantaloons as well. Kind of got a hood on. Ah! Class, welcome to the Artifact Lab. I am Professor Leiko Kasenzi, and I will be taking you on your journey through the world of magic and technology, and how the two correlate with each other. Hence, Magitech. I know, it's very fun. I will be getting each and every one of your names over the course of the next 5 minutes. I would love to rap a little bit with each of you on an individual basis before we begin our tour. The first day of class is going to consist of a tour of the Artifact Lab from bottom to top, followed by a task that I will be issuing to get a read on all of your individual skill levels. I know many of you have been in my class for a number of years. Some of you are here for the first time. I will be pairing you up with students of what I can assume to be a similar skill level, and asking you to replicate a particular enchantment. How well you complete this task is not going to affect your grade in any capacity. It just informs me of how I need to challenge you for this ensuing year. So, I will begin with making some introductions. I suggest you all introduce yourselves to each other as well as I do so. He just kind of saunters on down the stairs. Cassandra, he comes up on you first, since you seem to be taking the most interest in kind of the equipments. Ah! So you have already made your acquaintance with the stations.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm actually pretty excited for this. Our family business is similar, not full artificery, but enchanting items.
Ah, very good. And you would be...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Cassandra Dvolsky.
Ah, yes, you are from Niznan.
Yep.
I have heard of your family's work. It's just rather impressive.
Oh, great to hear. I was already impressed when you knew of Nizdan. No one knows about that place, so
Well, they do give
great to
me a
hear.
list.
Well, there's that.
But, would you be interested more in continuing to pursue the sort of finer arts of tinkering and enchanting, or would you be interested in broadening your horizons a bit with other pursuits in this class?
Probably more of the latter. I actually sought out the Forge Master yesterday to see if I can do some out-of-class work and
Ah, yes.
work on what I'm already good with, and then also learn some more.
Very enterprising. Ah, you will have fun with this class.
I'm glad to hear.
Continues making his way around. Titania, he does come upon you. Ah, another new student. Let me guess. No, I'm not going to guess. Which one are you?
Titania Ransom.
Titania Ransom, of course. From New Landing, I see.
Yes, of course.
And what are you hoping to get out of this fine class?
Well, I'm definitely kind of looking more into the magic route of things, but I'm very interested in how it kind of correlates with the technology since I'm not as familiar with that, so.
Ah, very good. I will have to partner you with probably an artificer. I see you have a spell book there. Somebody of perhaps equal or similar intelligence to you, so that you're not held back too much.
That would be perfect.
It just kind of like walks away. He kind of has like a look on his face like he knows exactly what your type is like.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. It's exactly what I was trying to set out.
Lauren, wherever you are, he'll kind of come upon you like towards the end of his rounds. It's a good like 15 minutes, 20 minutes in. All right, you must be, based on your age and relative height in this room, I would guess you are Lauren.
That is correct, yes.
Hmm,
Also,
so
you know, the one you've never met.
process of elimination.
It's a wonderful thing.
Mm-hmm. What's your deal?
Deal? I don't know. I was not sure what handiwork class to take, and this one sounded the most interesting to me.
I think
Not a
you're
big
right.
numbers guy, not a big plants guy. Kind of narrowed it down pretty quick.
It tends to do that.
Class seems popular, so I am inclined to believe I made the right choice.
Yes, we do get a lot of also families want their students to join, become artificers. It's very popular these days.
Oh well, that's all well and good. I'm not interested in playing the game. I'm just here to learn something interesting.
I think I know exactly who I should partner you with.
Wonderful. I look forward to it.
Right, everyone. Let us come together. We will make our way up the stairs in as orderly a fashion as a group this size can in a building this small. Once we get up to the second floor, we will be visiting the storage unit. It's very exciting. Let's all file up the stairs after him. And indeed, the second floor just seems to be a whole bunch of drawers and cabinets. This is the storage floor. In each of these various shelves, drawers, and cabinets, all of which are labeled, you will find any and all of the equipment that you need for enchanting and tinkering. Lots of raw materials in here, as well as random bits and bobs that are needed for the most common enchantments and casts. It should be, generally speaking, none of this is anything that that is restricted. If you need anything, come up here and get it. I'm not one to be much of a babysitter. I trust your all better judgment. If too many things go missing, then of course we will have to crack down. Please don't make me do that. I really don't want to. Anyway, floor 3. The testing chamber. You come up here, there seems to be just like a hallway with a few small rooms. As you can see, a lot of the walls up here seem to be like, kind of like the Chaos Lab. They seem to be like black, and they're like, you can surmise probably lined with lead and or adamantine. Yes, up in here is where we will be crafting some of the more volatile things later on in the year. Things that might go wrong in particular ways. On such days, we generally will have constructs or summons do the more dangerous and difficult things for us. Mage hands as well can be very useful for this endeavor. As you can see, he points to like the far room where there's like no door and there's like singed like holes kind of coming out where the door should be instead, and some like crumbled stone. Yes, that last room, F, is out of commission this year after an event. The less said about which, the better. He just like looks pointedly at the Bilkerin triplet that's in the room with you guys. Hey, that would have worked if you hadn't stopped me. No, I didn't stop you, and it blew up. I'm not talking about this anymore, Enzo. I'm done. This has been litigated to death. Yeah, but, you never know what's going to happen this year, right? I know what's not going to happen this year. You never know what's going to happen this year. Anyway, room F is out of commission. Don't use it. Should be condemned. Guys, make your way up to the next floor. The armory. This is where we keep all of the stuff that you cannot just come and get at your free will. You will have to get permission from me or another professor to access the archives up here. This is where we keep our enchanted items and weapons for study and recreation. They are all under lock and key. Only the professors have a code that can allow them entry. But as we progress throughout the year, we will be using these items a good deal, and some of the other classes do as well.
Are these used for training in any of the more physical, fighty classes?
Some are, yes. Many of those are kept in the armory. The
Oh,
more...
there's a separate set of enchanted weapons on this campus. That's incredible.
Oh, there's quite a bit. Yes, these enchanted weapons are more smaller things with weak enchantments, mostly for the purpose of recreation and studying them. And they are things that if somehow they lose their enchantment or volatility, it won't be the end of the world. We also have a number of common and uncommon other wondrous items up here as well. Bits and bobs and doodads, essentially. Each of which you all will be working with today. But first, floor 5. It's actually a floor that we keep 4 powerful relics in. Generally speaking, you will only be allowed access to this floor with my permission. But I will allow you all to visit it and gaze upon its majesty on this, our first day of class. If you would all please join me on the relic floor. Just make your way up, and this is basically the top of the tower. It's very sparse in here. You can see there are just 4 glass cases, each of which houses something on like either a table or adorning a mannequin. You guys first stop at this one that seems to have like a little lectern. Hands off the glass, please, Enzo. Thank you. Many of you are probably familiar with these relics, but for our new students, this is the Spellbook of Saint Esme. She was the Saint of Enchantment, and this is a spellbook that is used for enchantment and can make enchantments more likely to take hold, makes item enchantments easier to create and reproduce, and cheaper. Sometimes during the course of our class, you will have the ability to use this book under strict supervision, if you are deemed so worthy by yours truly. As you guys are wandering around up here, you can see this place is... There's like things crawling along the ceiling that seem to tick and whir as they move and gaze at you with red eyes as you pass by. Yes, if any of you were to have any fun ideas about trying to steal or use any of these things without authorized permission, the Clockworks would get you before even anyone else could. Those Clockworks, of course, created with this set of Tinker's Tools, once owned by Saint Isaac of the Artificer. It imbues anyone who uses it with a genius-level intellect, and also allows you to create such things as these impossibly intricate creations. I have used them myself to create most of these creations. They're quite imaginative in what they can do for you. Moving right along, creating an intricate clockwork creation is one thing, but imbuing it with sapience and animal-like intelligence is another. For that, you will need this. And he just points to this like small set of like interlocking gears that seems to move with like pistons and shift and change as it rotates on this little lectern. This is a creation forge created by Thor, the Saint of the Warforged. Anything that you create with this will immediately be given a sort of, like I say, animal-like sentience. They can follow complicated commands, and they can remember things for as long as you need them to. They will also be loyal to their creator unless given commands to the opposite. And finally, here in the center, adorning this mannequin, you will find the robe of the Archmage and the staff of the Magi. These are the 2 rarest of the artifacts in this building. We have them on loan from the library this semester. What can be said? They are very, very powerful. They give you access to lots and lots of spells, and probably none of you will be using them this year. But they sure are fun to look at.
Can I actually ask something, Professor?
Yes, of course.
Obviously I'm new here, but like, obviously for the senior students that have been in your class for a while, like, is this like a sort of senior project sort of thing when they actually use this stuff, or like research?
Yes, generally. The high-performing and high-achieving students in this class will be given opportunities to prove themselves. I like to keep everybody challenged, and those who find themselves particularly skilled or gifted in this craft, there are certain things that they need access to in order to test themselves at the highest levels that they could. Usually these are students who are going to become artificers eventually, or already are exhibiting the skills of an artificer. Under particular circumstances, other students have been granted the usage of these tools as well, but mostly to enhance study. Now, I will be dividing you all into pairs and giving your pair a magical item that you must attempt for the rest of the day to figure out its enchantment, what it does, how it works, and how to recreate it yourself using magic. Now, I will say, the use of any first circle or higher magic is, for one thing, generally speaking, prohibited within the building, and also unnecessary to solve the task before you. You have all the tools you need at your disposal. You just need to figure out how to use them. Whoever is able to finish it, however close you get to finishing the project, will tell me what kinds of projects to give you in the future. So, he goes around and gives each of you guys a pairing and a workstation to work at. Titania, he has you paired up with Reska, the young tiefling girl from your guild. And see, she looks similarly above it. She's a first year, from what you can tell, so she is very early in her educational career and already doesn't seem to be that interested in it. Lorne, he has you paired up with this big old Goliath gal named Zegra of Magmore. She is, I believe, not in your guild.
Nope.
But
Another 8th year, though.
She is a 8th year, and she's pretty. She's been pretty quiet this whole time, from what you can tell. Finally, Cassandra, you are paired up with this. I don't remember who this guy was. I have his name. Do I have his description? He is 7th year, named Lycon Dismas. He seems to be very standoffish and doesn't seem to be particularly interested in the class either. But as he gets assigned to you, he doesn't say anything or really do anything. He's just kind of quiet. Reska also does not really say or do much. Zegra is very quick to introduce herself to you. Hello. You are a monitor for Cipra, yeah?
Yes. Hello. I'm Lorne. Pleasure to meet you.
Zegra.
And what guild are you?
I don't know. That's a good question. Let's find out. I am in Tonera.
Yes. Is that one of the good ones?
I don't know. Apparently, it means we are compassionate, empathic, and fierce. That is what they tell me.
I thought all those words seemed a little bit fluffy.
Yes, especially if you know some of the people that are in my guild.
Yeah,
I am one of the monitors.
So you unfortunately have to know all of the people in your guild quite well.
Yeah, I do leave a lot of that to Thomas. He is seeming to have a little more interest in the people side of things.
Well, I leave it to Artemisia. She has no interest in the people side of
yes.
things, but she has an interest in being a pain in the ass and very good at things, so she'll be fine.
Yeah, she is not my biggest fan. I sort of wiped the floor with her in the guild competition last year.
Oh, that would have been fun to watch. Yeah, she's not my biggest fan either, though. It's really unfair. I've barely been here for a few days.
Yeah, she hasn't even given you a chance. You know, if
That's what
she
I
should
think.
wait a few weeks before then deciding that she doesn't like you.
Well, I would hope it's not quite such a foregone conclusion, but
No, it
it
is.
might be. All right.
It doesn't have anything to do with you.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Artemisia is Artemisia. So I have to warn you, I am in 8th year. I have taken this class for 8 years, and I have never successfully recreated the enchantment on the first day.
I was going to try and find a subtle way to ask if you were clever, because I am not. So I think we may be in for...
I can do magic, but it is all innate.
I see.
I
I
do
can
not
do
have
a bit.
brain.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Let us
then
see
we'll
what
have
we
a
have
grand
here.
time. We'll figure something out.
She
It's gonna be
opens up
great.
the bag, and you can see there's this big old jug with a bunch of corks in it. What is this?
I shake it.
It sloshes.
It appears to be full of liquid.
Okay. Well, in a pinch, we
Are
can
you
create
taking
that
notes?
ourselves.
I don't think the professor would care for that approach, but it would
Something
be
tells me that is the
amusing.
case.
Okay.
Well, what do you want to do?
So you've never been able to do this on the first day. What have you done that's gone well for you?
Well, there was one thing. What was it? Oh, I attuned to something.
Okay. Should we try that?
It takes a long time.
You did that on the first day one time?
No.
Hmm.
Just like over the course of a year.
Oh, I see. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, can I, like, take a look at it, I guess?
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check. It does seem to... You have heard of what you assume this is, which is an alchemy jug, which basically can recreate a bunch of different substances as it opens. You can see now there are some materials on your table that seem to correlate a little bit with some of the substances that it can create.
So I think I've heard of this. One of my cousins always wanted one. I think depending on which cork we open up, it's different slushy, different things.
Oh.
It's an alchemy jug, and
All
can
right,
make
I have heard of those. Oh, hang on. This one. She pulls one of the corks out. Ah, beer.
You have been in this class, excellent.
Okay, now we can work. You jump over to Tanya and Reska as she's just kind of sitting very primly at the table.
Just kind of approach like, seems like we're to be partners for this assignment.
How lucky for you.
And where are you from?
I'm from the cantons.
Lovely. All right. Do you study magic, or what is it that you do?
You could say that, yeah.
Of course. I'll kind of look over at the item that we have.
It seems to be a little hat.
It's a hat. Tacky.
Should fit your style. If style can appropriately describe this ensemble you have going on.
Yes. And you know that lip shade definitely just matches your skin tone there, so we'll just continue on, shall we?
I notice yours are brown based on the conversation you had with the professor earlier. Look, I don't think we need to be friends. I can recreate this magic item just fine, and we can move on with this project. Sound good to you?
Good. Show me.
She just kind of grabs the item. She seems to reach over to a piece of fabric on the table, and she seems to concentrate for a couple of seconds, and then the fabric just kind of molds and shifts until it looks exactly like the other item. There.
See if
Done.
it works.
And
Could I like
artificer's
Arcana
work is
check
never
to
over.
see? Of course. Can I like Arcana check to see like how well she did it? It's like
Yeah, go for it. It seems like she just completely replicated it.
Damn. quite impressive.
So what's the deal with you and
Kinda
that
like-
Goliath professor? Are you guys like special friends?
Excuse me, what? No. I barely know the professor.
Hmm. That makes it weirder.
What have you heard?
Oh, I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard any rumors. I've started some, but
Hmm.
just saw you and the other new people wandering around with that Goliath all day yesterday, having secret special meetings.
Well, we were on the tour like we all were on orientation day. So,
Of course. I actually already had a tour of the campus earlier.
of course you did. Need a little bit extra assistance, I assume?
Hmm. No, it's just my parents cared enough to make sure that I would be safe and well acquainted here. I hear your family's having some troubles.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Must be why you're here. Well, rest assured, they educate everybody here. So, your special needs should be accounted for, I think. And if you do have any trouble, you can talk to the preceptorate. They are very accommodating with gifted students.
Of course. I just gotta turn away. It's like a full.
She just starts whistling to herself. Cassandra, you're over here with Lycon.
Right. Don't know if you heard, but I'm Cassandra. Nice to meet you.
Hello, I am Lycon. I don't really know what I'm doing in this class, frankly. I transferred out of the other ones I was in because I was getting bored.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, do you have any experience with artificery or enchantment?
No, I can do enchantment spells, but that doesn't really seem to be the nature of what we're doing here.
Well, actually, it wouldn't be too bad as long as you have some foundations with magic. You should be at least able to tell what school it's from and kind of work from that. So, I'm not the best with that sort of thing, but I am good with, uh, magical items and knowing a bit about that. So, we can work with
Let's
this.
see what we can do. Let's open up your bag. There's 2 stones in it that look like ears.
Would I know what this is?
You can make an Arcana check.
Can I roll well, please?
I think these are sending stones. I think you can talk
All
into
right,
one and it'll come out the other.
Well, I've never actually seen these before or heard of them, so could I, based on whatever teachings my family had or whatever practices they had for magical items, could I try to reverse engineer it via that way? Or
Yeah. Yeah, you can do
Okay.
like I would say Arcana with proficiency
Alright.
if you don't have that.
Don't, so I can just do this. Actually, it's just +2.
Yeah, you get a set to work on it. You notice that Lycon does seem to be using some kind of magic. He doesn't have a spellbook on him, but he is able to kind of exert some magical power over stuff as he's trying to help you. He seems like he is trying to help, but he's just not really particularly interested in the class. But he's not trying to leave you at the lurch either. He's just kind of there. Lauren and Zagra, you guys are having fun. You can do Just a general Arcana check as well, just to see how well you can begin to piece things together over here.
You're muted.
Could I help her? Would that be better? Or does she
No.
not have a stat block? Okay.
She does not have intelligence.
Well,
She is a sorcerer.
I'm a paladin. I have a
All
plus one.
right. So I think you guys spend a good few hours on this thing. Like this goes here, and after you guys all kind of spend your day here, Titania, you're just sort of sitting, observing all
Yeah.
the other students as Reska is just kind of like there, like filing her nails, and she like scoots over and starts quietly whispering to another gal over a few seats away.
Why did he
Cassandra-
give us an egg?
Cassandra and Lycon are able to eventually recreate the Sending Stone enchantment on one stone, then kind of make it a third on that pair, which is not exactly the intention of the exercise, but it does do something. And as you guys are winding down, Lauren and Zegra, you guys get something, and then it just explodes and covers both of you with mayonnaise.
Mm.
Mayonnaise.
Couldn't have been one of the other ones, huh?
No,
had
it had to be mayonnaise.
Had to be this one. All right.
Well,
Explains the egg.
I don't think we passed.
Could have gone worse.
We made mayonnaise.
That is one of the things that the item does. See? Progress.
You see, Professor Kassenzi comes down and says, "Ah, I was wondering how the alchemy jug would go.
Sticky.
Here's some rags."
Perfect.
Well, everyone, once you are satisfied with your creation, you are free to go for the day. I will make a note of each of your progress and do things with it for next week. Thank you all. And, Titania and, Reska, very good job on the cap of water breathing. It's a perfect recreation. Yes, I know. Well, good for you, you little shit. Takes the caps, leaves.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to go clean up before enjoying my evening.
Yeah, good one. I'll see you around.
Yeah, see you. I suppose at least next week.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we might have some other classes together, who knows?
I didn't pay that much attention to the roster. We'll find out.
I still don't remember what all of them are until I look at the list.
Yep, that's gonna be every day for me for the first couple weeks.
It was like that for
I
me
get the
for
feeling
first
we'll get
couple
along.
years. I get along with everyone.
It's good way to be. Seems
I'm
like there's
so
a lot of people
likable.
here who don't get that.
Yeah. Yeah. One more year. One more year. Then it's back to the mountain. He just sort of saunters off. Just kind of like
Gonna
wanders
unpack that
away
one.
into the woods. Earlier in the day,
Good luck.
Caesar, you had gone to speak with Vincent.
Yes.
He does seem to have a schedule ready for you as you come in. Ah, I was hoping you would drop by.
Yes.
Generally
I hope I have a
speaking,
schedule.
yes, generally speaking, I will have you be on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the kitchen.
Okay.
For 2 of the 3. Try to do some office hours. I understand your class is not exactly probably as requiring of such a thing, but it's still a good thing to do if you can.
Yes, I plan on doing at least one of these off days as office hour day.
Perfect.
I've had some other professors come up to me about some sort of joint helping with classes and stuff.
That's good. There are some less popular professors who would kill for such an opportunity, but seems like you're
But
already.
do you think other professors would be open to the idea of joining classes with mine as well if I were to ask them?
Depends on the professor and the class, but anything's possible. You
Um,
really have free reign. Your predecessor pretty much did all kinds of different things. Fitness is a pretty wide umbrella.
yes.
I never really had an issue with any of the things that he chose to do, so I don't imagine I will with you either.
No, I don't think so.
We'll find out.
What is brutality class?
That is for particularly dastardly forms of fighting and combat. It is focused on where dueling is more about one-on-one combat with defined sets of strictures, and precision is more about ranged combat, archery, and such things. Brutality focuses on what to do when the chips are down, you're up in someone's face, they want to kill you, how do you kill them first?
Oh. So it would be okay for me to do a joint class with them.
Probably.
Perhaps wait on that for a second, but
I do know Paula pretty well. She teaches that class. She is fierce.
I imagine for having to teach such a class. Okay, I was thinking that or ranging, so yeah,
Yes, ranging is I
Reen,
believe Reen.
right?
Yes, I don't know her that well. She's from the satrapy. Uh,
Mm.
but I mean, she does work under my umbrella, so I have interacted with her a good few times. Ranging is a pretty wide umbrella as well, just like yours. Mostly focused on survival in wilderness environments, hunting, animal handling, things like that. Cooking could be seen
Great.
as a part of it as well.
I was thinking more of trap spotting.
Yes, that would be part 2. Trap
Huh.
spotting, trap laying.
Yes. Okay. Uh, I guess ranging is also on the same day that my class is, so
Yes, it is under
perhaps
Nomadry.
Reen might be free today for me to ask her.
Yes, she might be in her office. If not, she is usually just on at the gate,
The gate.
sort of a guard post.
Oh. Oh, I see. Yes.
We don't really have any formal. Yeah, this is an interesting thing about our fair establishment, but the only employee we have, other than the professors and the preceptorate, is Dextrin Pithrin, the High Librarian. Every other position that you might need to have manned is being run by a professor at any given time, whether that's security or discipline or storage, administration, what have you.
Hmm. Okay. Well, it seems I should get to cooking today, yes?
Ah, yes. It'll be about lunchtime.
Yes.
Some classes have a lunch break, some do not. So it is a pretty minimal affair most of the time.
I was told usually I choose between 2 of the meal times.
Yes. And honestly, if you need to, you can just do one. The servants are capable of producing things as needed, but it is generally better to have somebody on staff there to oversee and do any more intricate dishes, which I am told you're quite gifted at.
People say the food is good, yes.
I
How
enjoyed the
smart are
salad.
these? Oh, well, I'm glad to hear it. How smart are these magic servant people?
Not as smart as you would like. They can replicate instructions, but they can only follow pre-programmed recipes and things like that. So if anything goes wrong or unexpected, or they run out of anything, or something isn't where it's supposed to be, things can get a little dicey.
Oh, okay.
Which is why it's good
All
to
right.
have somebody.
Yes. Well, I guess that is all I need to know.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck on your first week. Let me know if you need anything.
Okay, will do. Go head out.
Okay. Back to the students. You guys finishing up your class.
Yeah, I feel like once our assignment is turned in, I just like don't even say anything to her and I just walk out.
You just hear, bye.
I would probably try to continue working on it with Lycos.
Yeah, he will stick around for a little bit with you, but eventually he's like, I don't think this is getting anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know how we ended up tying into a third as opposed to making a new one, but I guess that's what we're here to learn.
It kind of worked.
Well, yeah, I mean, hey, we recreated it partially, just probably missed something, but anyhow, I appreciate the help. I know you, like, this isn't really your jam, but still good.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get another crack at it at some point.
Yeah, well, if you ever need anything, just let me know.
He just kind of
I-
seems a little surprised at the friendliness, but nods and shuffles out.
I would go turn in the sending trio.
Ah, that is interesting.
Yeah, we must have missed something because instead of creating a new set, we could hide it into the current one.
I have not seen that before. Well done.
Well,
A
maybe
new
you can figure out
enchantment.
what the. Yeah. You can try to untangle what the hell happened there, but here you go. Thanks, Professor.
Best go and get some food.
Yeah, will do. I'll just go ahead and head on out.
That will be the end of y'all's first day of classes. If there's anything in particular you guys are interested in doing now with your evening?
I will go back to the guild hall, clean myself of mayonnaise, and then wait in that little common area for the um,
The monitors.
Artemisia monitor. Thank you. And kind of wait for Artemisia.
Okay. She pretty much seems to return immediately after whatever class she was in. She sees you sitting there. Like,
Hello.
hello.
How was class?
So good.
Happy to hear it.
Can I help you?
I don't know. It's our first day, learning the ropes. I've only been here for a few days, and I can't seem to shake the feeling that you don't like me.
Okay.
Why would that be?
Not everyone has to like everyone.
Oh, agree. And I don't always. I have no problem not being liked, but if I'm gonna not be liked, I at least prefer to earn it.
Doesn't seem like you prefer to earn a whole lot.
Don't imagine how you would know the difference yet. I mean, I'm here. A bit late, sure. But I haven't even had the chance to try now, have I?
Make a persuasion check.
Jeez. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose you're right. I haven't really been that fair. I just, I know your family.
You know my
And-
cousins.
Right.
I'm not a quadruplet.
That much is clear. Thank God there's not a fourth of them.
They can be a bit of a
just
handful, but
have worked very, very hard to get to this place. There is a lot There's a lot attached to my name.
I'm a bit outside of the whole politics that seem to happen here at the Academy, so you'll excuse me for not having any preconceptions about that. I don't know what you're referring to.
Well, my father is the emperor of the satrapy.
Ah, well, I can see how people would have a lot of expectations for you then.
Right. And this is not exactly in line with them.
Well, how have been your other 7 years?
This is a pattern. This year is my final chance to prove myself worthy of my name and my birthright. My father has been known to... Well, that doesn't matter. I think I have been unfair, and I apologize. I just really, really wanted this year to go well. And I finally was in a position, I thought, as a monitor, to enact the sorts of changes that I think need to be enacted to get this thing in shape. And when you showed up, first year, 8th year, immediately thrust into a monitor position, and it seemed like you weren't really taking any of this seriously. I was displeased.
Well, I can't fully blame you, because I don't take everything seriously. Life gets too boring if you do, but we will try, and can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's my understanding that these competitions and tournaments are guild against guilds. They're cooperative, yeah? Team efforts.
Mostly.
Those will probably go better if we have a community rallied behind us rather than a bunch of arguing and politicking within Cipra. I've already seen those 2 girls downstairs. They're having a hard time.
Well,
There's
they seem
something-
to, based on your little speech this morning, they all seem to like you already a good deal more than they do me, so perhaps
Well,
you can...
There are certainly things I'm not good at, and I'm hoping that those can be the things that you are. But I can be convincing. So, maybe I can help you rally them, and you can lead them in the right direction.
That's a lofty goal.
Gotta start somewhere.
I feel like I've been starting every year.
Not everything works out the way we want it to.
I really need this to work out the way I want it to.
Well, we'll do our best then.
I will hold you to it.
I have no doubt of that.
Don't make a promise you're not going to keep.
I haven't promised to succeed. I've only promised to try.
That's all I want.
I will most certainly disappoint you yet, but hopefully impress you in equal measure.
I'll get to it then, I guess.
Well, failing a first day of Magitech is probably not a good start, but
Oh, everybody fails the first day of Magitech.
that's kind of what I heard, but one of ours downstairs did a pretty good job, actually.
Ah, Rescat,
Yeah.
I assume.
You see one? Yeah, yep, about that one.
Mm-hmm. She's the one who was messing with that poor Tabaxi girl yesterday.
I didn't see that, but I heard about it. So there's some sort of background between them.
Oh,
Families or some shit.
I think it's just a noble girl being a noble girl. She's all of 16 and thinks she's on top of the planet.
Well, it would appear that she has been housed with her equal in that regard, so we'll see how that shakes out.
I suppose so. For as long as we are talking, the matter of what happened yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
it's... I would be lying if I said it's a surprise.
How so?
Well, there's just some weirdness going on the last couple of months. My sister, Verania, is in the fitness class. She noticed some... Well, it's not often that we lose professors.
Yeah, I obviously have no context for that, but Caesar, our guildmaster, is one of the new ones, yeah?
He is the only new one, and I don't know if we can trust him.
When was the last time there was a new professor?
A few years back. I think it was before my time. Maybe when I was a second year or something like that.
Well, Zanston seemed to be a bit of a blowhard, but people seem to hold Tasgar in a bit higher regard, and supposedly Tasgar sent Caesar, yeah?
I suppose. Tasgar was on campus toward the end of last year for a bit. But he hasn't been... he's not been around since then. It's not unusual for the Archons.
I haven't met him yet, but I don't know, maybe he sees something that we don't. Just because Caesar's new doesn't necessarily mean that he's nefarious.
No. No, and I certainly didn't get that vibe from speaking with him, but the fact remains that nobody really knows anything about him. He's really the only professor on campus and who isn't part of some well-established family of some kind from somewhere. And given the recent reported unpleasantness with the Goliaths and the Cantons, which, if he's of Magmore, that would be where he is originally from, and yet for some reason he says he's from the Cleft, I don't know. And now we say he's showing up with contact with the Archon who hasn't been on campus in a few months.
It is an odd situation. But so am I, and I'm not so bad. But hey, we are the monitors of his guild, so if anybody were to interact with him, I suppose it would be us.
Are you in his class?
Yes, I am.
There you go.
And he makes a mean salad. I'm sure we'll be friends. I'll let you know if he says anything strange.
Fair enough.
Outside of whatever happened yesterday.
Right. Well, thank you. And I am sorry. I will endeavor to be better.
It's alright. Everybody's got their own thing they're going through. At least you listen to me. I'm sure they all won't.
Yeah. We have all kinds here.
That's gonna be our job. Turning them into something useful.
Or at least
Alright, well.
something successful.
Whatever that looks like. I will leave you to your evening. Thank you for the chat.
She will head into her room. Rest of you guys have your dinner.
Sandwiches for everyone. Hey, Jared, bless this meal.
Saint Jared. Praise be.
Praise be. If there's anything in particular you guys want to do with the rest of your evening, can do so.
Is the library open?
It is.
Okay. I would go to the library. I want to see if they have like recent would they have like newspapers like within the past? Like
Yes.
I don't know. I was very put off by Breska's comment about my family, so I wanted to see like what is the if there's anything in the
What the
headlines or something
scuttlebutt is?
about her family. Yeah, like what are
Yeah.
they saying about us? Because I feel like she was pretty sheltered. She probably doesn't know
Fair.
worldly things, so
Yeah,
wants to go
just do an
that.
investigation check.
key. Come on. Okay, decent. Not bad. 15.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot more to the story than what you already know. Like, your family
Yeah.
was originally from one particular place, as you know,
Mhm.
had some issues,
Yeah.
and they eventually just sailed west and pretty much claimed New Landing for themselves in recent years.
Mhm.
The stories that you were reading seem to indicate that there is some friction between them and the Staffords, as well as between them and the families of some of the families of the fiefs, who were kind of put off by the. Because before New Landing and Jade Isle were
Yeah.
kind of a joint venture between the Jadeacre fiefs and the Shattered Scythe, and your family just kind of came in and was like, "Nah, this is ours now." And it seems like they're not the most popular people for doing so. But that's pretty much it.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I wanted to actually talk to the librarian.
He is here.
Yeah. Excuse me.
One moment. Yes. How can I help you?
I'm new here, so I was just kind of wondering, like, as someone who studies magic and stuff, I know we'll be learning that, but is there, like, spell books that we could read in the library to gain more knowledge, or do we have access to that?
Yes, there are a number of spell books available on some of the lower levels. They don't contain any of the really upper level magics that you might be expecting to find here, but floors 7 through 9 contain the magical theory and spell books. Floor 7 will be where you can freely check books out if you so desire.
Are we allowed to copy down some spells, and how does that? Is there a system that works for
Yes.
that, or?
Are you in the Arcana class? Or in Spellcraft?
I'm in spellcraft.
Spellcraft, you will be given a stipend to copy spells down
Okay.
into your book. That is a major focus of that class. Professor Copperwing
So it's
places a very serious focus on spell transcription. So, you are in the right class.
perfect.
If you were not, we would allow you a certain number per week. But as a part of that class, you will be able to do really as many as you would need to.
Okay. Oh, perfect. That makes it a little easier.
Yes, the bottom floor of the Arcana lab will be where you do most of your copying and transcription. The transcriptorium, they call it.
And what section could I look at to find, maybe more otherworldly creatures and lore and studies like that?
We do have some basics covered in the first 3 floors of, religions and extraplanar entities and such things like that. There are also advanced histories and slightly more esoteric knowledge in the 4th through 6th floors. Generally, access to those floors is monitored and restricted. But if you wished to, you could place a request in with Professor Copperwing, your spellcraft class. She could run that up the chain to the Preceptor of Lore and see what we could get you. Was there anything in particular you had an interest in?
Not at the moment, but I was just wondering how all of that works out.
Yes, they try to be very strict with following the chain of command, as you might imagine.
Of course, for the safety and
Yes.
preservation of knowledge. Okay. Well, I'm going to explore, but thank you very much for your help. probably not gonna do too much more studying. I just kind of want to get a lay on all that and just. I'll head out and I'll probably come back the next day after class.
There you go. Anything else anybody wants to do with their evening?
I would like to find Professor Reen. I will
Okay.
bring them a sandwich.
You do kind of a little loop around. She does seem to be at the gate with another one of the, let me see who this is. A sea elf lady.
Oh. If I would have known there'd be 2 people, I would bring 2 sandwiches.
You can bring 2, that's fine.
Okay.
Of course. They seem
Hello.
to be like quietly chatting with each other, and she's just kind of perched up on the top. She just kind of looks over. Hello?
I am Professor Caesar. You are Professor Reen, yes?
Oh, yes, yes. She like flutters down. She's got like a bow that she straps to her back. You can see the other one also has a bow. She's kind of like got like a little, like a slight, like almost like piratey getup on. She just kind of is leaning against one of the walls, a few feet away. Reen extends a hand.
Hello.
Yes, Reen Arison, a professor of ranging. That's Phoebe. She's the professor of precision.
Oh, yes. Great.
Hello.
Hello. Professor Caesar of Magmore.
Yes, the new fitness professor. I've heard of you.
Yes, yes. I was wondering, I guess for both of you, if either of you had any experience with teaming up classes with Stump Bubble in the past.
Reen just kind of says, I don't believe so. You can see she has kind of like brown feathers all over. I just realized I didn't actually say that she's an Aarakocra. She has brown feathers and kind of like these piercing yellow eyes as she's got this like green robe on. She's kind of. I didn't do too much with him. There were perhaps a couple of times where the students were tasked. Yes, there was one particular class that we did early last year where we did sort of a scavenger hunt between our 2 classes. Where it was a combination of we would team up one student from each class, and they had to do kind of an obstacle course throughout the South Grove and beyond, and find particular plants and things. And whoever did it the most quickly was the victor.
I was having in mind if you would like at some point that perhaps one of my class could do kind of like a relay race, but with traps involved.
Oh, I like traps.
And
Yes,
they
we
have
could
to
do something.
learn how to spot them. So
Ranging. I see where you're getting at. Yeah. Yes, perhaps not on the first week.
no.
But
But one
sure,
of the other
I'm open
ones.
to it.
I was thinking starting them at the lake and then going into the what is past there? Oh, I guess there's not exactly any woods over past that, right?
The orchard.
Yeah, I guess towards the orchard.
Yes,
we
there
could
are
figure
lots of
something
options.
out, but
There are lots of
yes.
options.
All right.
I have
Oh,
done
great.
some classes on the lake.
Great. I don't know any traps that would go in a lake, but
I can
that
think
one
of
might
some.
be more of the fitness part, but or you can place whatever you want. I don't know. Something with net or something.
Yes. Sure.
Oh,
Yes, I
great.
like it. Could do something like that.
I just want to put that out there. I don't know how often you guys get brought food or anything, so here are some sandwiches.
Ooh, I'm a little disappointed it's not one of your famous salads, but I will take it.
Sorry, that is in 2 days.
I'll be there. Phoebe also takes it. Yes, thank you.
Yes, of course. All right, well, see you both around.
Yeah, Reen seems a little bit more accommodating. Thebe just kind of seemed somewhat amused by you.
That's fine by me.
You guys
I go back to the guild hall. Yeah.
round out your evening. Cassandra and Titania, you guys go back to your room at some point. And, you guys can all rest for the night. As our first day of classes is over, we can go ahead and take a break here. As we go into Armaments Day with
Ooh.
our dueling and firearms classes.
Hey.
Back in like 15 or so. Welcome back. Welcome to day 2 of school. It is Armament Day.
Boop, boop.
Once again, everybody is kind of just milling about in the common areas of the guild hall. It seems like last night, Ismene and Jack moved some of the boxes and crates out to actually try and make something of a little area where people could sit in the bottom floor here. With moderate success. Given that the cellar is still completely flooded. Lauren, if you were wanting to address everyone again, you can do so.
Yep, we'll do it every day. And
I'm waiting for it.
I think do I need to have it be tight to what the description of the feat says, or can I play with it a little bit?
You can play with it.
Could I have him be waiting downstairs and kind of like the professor did yesterday, make the rounds with all of the individuals and how was your first day? How are we feeling? Oh, fuck off. All right, got it. See you tomorrow. Just...
That's Reska. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100% Reska.
No, she's a suck up,
Oh, no.
actually.
You know that also tracks though.
Reska, I have a mission for you, actually. I think you're a very special student and have potentially some value that you can bring to this guild.
Please tell.
Well, we do need to perform well in these upcoming tournaments and competitions. To do so, we're all going to need to be operating at our best. I get the feeling that you're pretty sharp.
Well, you'd be right, of course.
I got that impression. I'm glad to know. I would like your help in rallying the students of this guild. You understand what I'm saying? We need leaders. We need people that can understand their fellow students and help them achieve success. I think you are not going to have any problems with achieving your own success, so if you can maybe get to know and get friendly with some of your compatriots and help them along the journey, I think that would not only help the guild, but certainly put you in a greater position in your future years.
Isn't that all kind of your job?
It's exactly what I'm doing right now.
Right. So I should make inroads with all of the students in the guild to help them?
You should make inroads with the students in the guild to the best of your ability. How about you start with your roommate?
My roommate. What does my roommate have to do with anything?
Nothing. Just everybody has to start somewhere, and if there's somebody to get along to, who better?
What? Shows what you know, Mr. Monitor. I have 2 roommates. Sigrid and Selwyn.
Right. Well,
You're very
Which one
good
do you
at
find
this
more
monitor business, Lorne.
what day is it? 2?
Mm-hmm. And yet you already think you know everything about me and my relationship with my roommates and how I'm going to succeed. Or rather, how I can help this guild succeed. Probably at my own expense, no doubt.
Well, you seems to have no problem agreeing with me when I was suggesting that you would be successful.
Well, of course I will. But why do I have to make everybody else successful too? That's their job.
Because the rising tide lifts all boats, Reska. You will benefit from this.
I think my tide is rising me, but everybody else seems to be, well, underwater.
And that's what we're trying to fix for next year.
I can just get transferred to a different guild if I need to.
See how well that goes.
I think it will go just fine.
Fair enough.
Where did you say you were from?
Take my suggestions or don't. I'm just trying to be helpful and do my job. And I'm from nowhere special.
Makes sense. She just kind of walks out.
Well, we'll try that with someone else.
You see, your cousin just kind of comes over. Yeah, no, she straight up sucks, man.
Yeah, I got that impression, but listen, I had great success yesterday, so I'm gonna keep
Did you?
trying.
With whom?
Artemisia. She
Oh,
doesn't
wow.
hate me anymore.
Can you work on me? She really hates me.
Well, so what did you do?
I don't think
Was it you, or was it one of the other ones?
It's kind of all of us, actually.
That makes the most sense? Yeah.
Yeah. No, she's definitely justified.
I'm getting that impression. Yeah. But I am curious for the story sometime.
Yeah. Well, let's just say
What hap-
there was a tournament that had to do with magic. And, you know...
And now there's one less room in the lab.
Oh, that was different.
Of course.
No, that was something else entirely. There was well, we got the trophy. Problem was we got it before the tournament started officially.
Right.
I
And I
thought it
take
should count.
And I take it no one else agreed with you on that.
No. Well, after I cast some spells, they did.
Ah, I see.
They
And
didn't,
what became of this trophy in this escapade?
Well, I think it's in the winning guild hall now. But
Well,
you
then
know,
all shall be forgiven.
it
Well,
was supposed to be, you know, it was in ours, and because we won it with the, you know, I made it.
Right.
I might have artificed up a couple of duplicates.
So is the real one in the guild hall, or?
I'm not at liberty to say. The real one might be. It could be anywhere, you know? Who's to say? Could be in Emmett Junction. I don't know.
Be a weird place for that to be.
That would be crazy, wouldn't it?
It sure would.
I'm just saying. It's about getting the trophy, isn't it? Like, that means you won.
Hey, you won it hard, really.
I feel
and that's
like
what counts.
We won, I feel like.
And look at how good you did at rallying the students across the guilds, because surely this was not all you're doing, so I'm sure your brothers were involved, so a team effort, a
Yeah. It was a
coalition
multi-guild
of students.
coalition. Yeah, I like that's good. That's it. That's what it was. Was a coalition.
See, this is why you needed me.
Well, you're here now.
For now.
Hey, it worked out well for Eloy. He ended up in the winning guild, so.
Yeah, how did he not get the bad rap on that one?
I mean, one of us was going to, right? I think we played rock, paper, scissors. Don't ever play rock, paper, scissors three-way. It doesn't work.
I will take your word for it. I'm sure you have plenty of experience. Alright, well, at least give me a couple weeks to lay the groundwork before you piss her off again.
Sure. I mean, I can't make any promises, really, but, good luck there.
I mean,
champ.
piss everybody else off, but just at least let me get this guild moving.
How goes the other stuff?
I was kind of hoping to have it start off on my terms, but naturally that was not in the cards. So yeah, we
well.
talked. But I don't know. He's just as shitty as I remember.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he really didn't like it when I tried to cast suggestion on him. And I forgot we were elves.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Well, we'll see what happens. That's part of why I want this whole guild thing to work. He seems to
Well.
think that I'm not worth anything, so prove him wrong.
Yeah, there you go. All right, I'm gonna go get some eggs,
Have fun.
and then I'm gonna eat.
I'm not going to think about that.
Can I be next in line, having probably witnessed the whole Satme situation?
Sure.
Cool. Hey there, how's your first day going? Or how's your first day gone, I suppose?
Oh, was that to making
Yeah.
around?
Yeah.
Oh, so good. We successfully made some amounts of magic in that class. It didn't do anything I wanted it to, but hey, we did something. Looked like you guys had a little bit better success.
Yes, Mitch, I've had some experience, but not the exact kind needed, so sort of got there, not the right way, but hey, did something. I, I, I didn't see how Titania had fared with her yesterday, but I saw your conversation with, Reska. That didn't go too hot.
Yeah, she's kind of a little shit, so I'm doing my best.
Yeah, word of warning from someone who's in that area. The Satmies are, kind of all like that.
Well, that's unfortunate.
The only time I've ever seen them, or one of them from when I had to help family business or whatever, show any amount of respect has been either someone they want to be in cahoots with or someone who actually showed them up. And the latter is kind of hit or miss.
Well, I was kind of hoping for that first angle, but I don't know. I thought appealing to her superiority complex might work, but we'll try something different.
Well, Godspeed with that. I'm gonna avoid it if I can.
I don't blame you. How about your roommate? She's also kind of on my list of problem children.
Currently, we don't make super pleasant talk, at least for what I find pleasant conversation, which that is normal conversation. Uh, but she's at least bearable, at least especially in terms compared to like Reska. Uh, Definitely superiority complex, but workable.
Well, that's good. I mean, hey, at least we have smart people, right? Surely that'll
Yeah, as
that'll be a
long
good thing.
having the smart people in the room isn't exactly the greatest thing if they're trying to step on top of each other. So we gotta wrangle them, one way or another.
Well, we'll just work towards directing them at. If they want to step on people, there are plenty of other guilds and people to show up. Let's point them in that direction. But that's my problem, so.
Sure is. Well, I mean, truth be told, if you guys need anything, just let me know.
Sounds good, thank you. I appreciate the willingness to help. Not everybody's quite so friendly.
Oh, I know. In fact, it seems to be a foreign language here sometimes, which I find very concerning, but I'm just gonna go about my day now.
Well, not everybody was raised right.
I didn't say I was.
Fair enough, I guess. I won't unpack that right now. Have a good day.
Oh, don't worry, there's not much. It's just. Yeah. Just head on out.
Plenty of time to get to know each other. Okay. Cash, buddy.
Oh, hi.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
How was the first day?
It was exciting, kind of scary.
What class did you have?
Hard science.
Ah.
That
yeah.
class is appropriately named.
It's,
It was
I
hard.
got that impression when I read the description.
Yeah, Mr. Dysart is he's really smart.
Well,
I
you
am
have a
not.
leg up over everybody else in the class. You live in the same building as Professor Dysart, so when you
I
need to
know.
learn, when you need help, you can bother him to your heart's content.
I don't think I'm gonna do that.
I don't blame you, but you gotta admit it might be funny.
That seems more like a you thing,
Well,
or like a
you'll
Lana
come.
thing, but not me. What class are you in today?
What the heck is today? Today's the fighty shit, right?
Yeah.
The guns. I think the firearms. Those sounded fun.
I'm in dueling. I think Artemisia is in that one too.
I think
Maybe
she
someone can
is,
help.
and I think Titania is as well. So you recognize her from our guild.
Wow.
Almost took that one. That's I kind of already know how to do that. I'm no expert, but I figured I'd do the fun one, right? Those things that go boom.
Boom
But-
is good,
It's fun.
I guess. I don't know. I think that sounded too scary to me. Like I thought I was gonna like shoot my toes off or something.
I don't know what to expect, but we'll see how it goes. But this is your is this your first year in dueling, or
Yeah.
did you do this last year?
This is my first year here at all.
Oh, that's right. Why did I think you were a second year? Just got something about you, I guess. I don't know.
I am a second year, but this is my first year.
Oh, like me then.
Yeah, exactly. We're like the same.
Oh, 100%. Don't worry, I'm sure you've got this in the bag. And if it doesn't feel that way at the start, well, you got lots of time to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna duel. I'm gonna be a dueler.
Well, once you get going, you'll have to show me how good you are. Well, maybe we can practice sometime.
Wow.
Teach me a few
Yeah, that'd be cool. And you can show me how to use a gun. with the
I
gun.
should probably not be the one to show you that. I think
Oh.
one of us would have a bad time.
That's probably true, actually. Yeah.
But we'll find something. Alright. Off you go. Have a good day, bud.
Yeah, you
Got
too.
this. He gets his temp HP.
Trots off. He's gonna need it.
I have chosen this one to be the mascot.
The goofy little fat kid. You go
Ah,
around.
Titania!
Mm.
I was first.
Professor!
I was first day of class.
You know, it was fine. Um, got to look at some cool items. My partner was a very interesting one, so, but you know, I think we did really well on the first day, so.
Oh, good to hear.
Mhm.
I was talking with Professor Jacques. He is a professor of Arcana. I don't know
Oh.
if you're interested in that kind of stuff, but he he has access to library, lots of book stuff, artifact stuff. He said that his office hours are open if you want to talk to him about any of that kind of thing.
That might be of interest. When is office hours?
Can't say I remember, but
Mm.
he's one of the other. He's in our guild, so
Hmm. Is that the one that helped me with my bags? Hmm.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I know. Yes, yes. The lovely professor helped me with my bags, of course.
oh great, you've already met him.
Yes, yes, yes. Now I'm recalling. Yeah. Perfect.
I just thought I would mention it. Seems like your kind of thing, perhaps.
I wonder what gave that away. Well, of course. Thank you, Professor Caesar.
Yes, of course.
I was gonna be on my way.
Yes.
Uh,
I will.
I'll catch up tomorrow.
I will go also seek out Professor Alphonse.
You can find him. He's still like upstairs in like the common area for professors.
Hello, Alphonse.
Yeah. Hi.
I was wondering if I could have a few moments of your time.
Shoot.
Great. I will take a seat. I was trying to think of some incentive to give our guild students. some incentive to make them want to try harder, so that so we can win.
Yeah.
And you're a smart guy. I was hoping that you and I could think of something to do that.
Okay.
Any ideas?
Not
The only
really.
thing I thought of was food, because I cook, but
So I hear.
I don't know any other resources that would be available to us as professors that we could give to them as an incentive.
Look, I get where you're coming from. I think it's noble in its way, but Cipra's kind of Cipra.
Well, perhaps we could pick out certain students and put the heavy weight on them for the guild competition. Ones that stand out and are actually good.
Generally speaking, the kids that end up in Cipra are here because they're not really good.
Yeah, but I'd like to. Okay. I, I see. You are not very thrilled about this idea of mine, so I will leave you be. I'll walk away. Ooh.
He's been teaching too long.
Is Lauren still downstairs?
Probably.
Probably.
Lauren,
Yes,
how's it
hello,
going?
Caesar. Oh,
Yes.
so good. We're off to such a great start. I actually have no idea.
Well, how was your first class?
Good, I think. The
What
professor
was
gave us
it?
this Magitech. You tinker with fancy things and try to make the same fancy thing out of a bunch of bullshit.
Sounds hard.
Yeah, I thought it sounded cool on paper, so I took that one because I'm not about the whole plants and math and such, so, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the teacher gave us an assignment, said that pretty much nobody would succeed at the assignment, and I didn't. So I guess in a way that means I'm meeting expectations.
Well, it was your first day.
Yeah. I'm here for a good time.
Did you expect to do good at it?
Oh, no, I did not.
Oh well, there we go.
I think I will fit in well for this guild in terms of academic performance.
You and Professor Alphonse have the same ideas.
Well, I'm hoping to make something out of the rest of us. We can't all suck at everything. We've got some smart people. Like, we can make something from this. It's just gonna take a little effort.
Oh, then you and I have the same ideas.
Glad to hear it, because everybody else seems to just want to be a pain about this whole thing.
Yeah. Hey, do you have any ideas as to how not to have that? You're a very good motivational speaker.
That's what I'm starting with. It's what I know. I'm not great. I'm hoping to try and get, a bit of a community built, maybe have some of the other students like each other, work together. But
Sure.
some of them really don't seem to be interested in that.
No, well, there's a lot of different backgrounds here, Lauren. So,
Yeah, that's what I'm realizing is it's going to take a bit of effort to figure out what's making each of them tick. Reska doesn't give a shit about anybody else. She wants to be good, I guess.
well, she might care about maybe what some other people in her political circle thinks, that might also go here. So I would look into that.
Yeah, we could work with that. I'm really bad at the whole politics thing. Luckily, I'm in
Oh,
that class, so hopefully I can
yeah.
learn something.
I don't know who any of these houses like outside of. I don't
I
know who anybody likes. So
I had to ask Artemisia yesterday. She said she had some like family thing going on. I had to ask her what that meant. She's a fucking princess. I should have probably known that. But oops.
yeah, she's over to the east of here or something. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the daughter of the Emperor of Satrapy. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
right, Satrapy. One of those. But yeah, I guess her name is on the country, so.
Yeah.
Listen,
I mean, I'll admit I don't know really anything about your family, so
well, we came from a less than interesting town in the Gilvanan provinces. Basically, if you're not from Talenthar or tied to the Academy, this country's not all that interesting, so that's why I've not got much to say about everybody else. It's not really my business.
yeah, not mine. Well, yeah, it's not really my business either, I suppose.
It's kind of becoming it, I guess, if you're going to be a professor here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Artemisia did mention that. She said that, she's a little interested because you having this professor job. Apparently, it's more common for people from the various guilds and houses and backgrounds and blah blah blah. Those are the sorts that tend to show up here. So, how did you find your way here, Professor?
I had the recommendation.
From
I was
traveling man,
oh Tasgar. I mean,
yeah,
he did invite me, but I was mentioned by Black Claw, right? Is that I was mentioned to Tasgar by Black Claw. He's actually from same place that or the same country that Artemisia is from. The Black
okay,
Claws are.
yeah, one of the families there, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. And where did you say you were from?
I I traveled around a lot, so I
That was why I asked. I was getting that
I
impression.
am of Magmore, but I was just born there. So after that, I was a sailor for a long time, and then I went down south to the Cleft for quite a while.
Oh, all right. So from a bit of everywhere then.
Yes, but a lot of my time was spent on the Cleft Wall.
Seems like a harsh place to live.
It it is.
Well, hopefully this is an improvement for whatever it is you are hoping to gain.
Uh, it's different.
I believe that.
Yep. It is nice to have more than like 5 people around me, I guess. So
Yeah, I'm used to a small town, so for me this is kind of a lot. But we're working with it. It'll be good.
yep. All right. Well, I have to go help Professor Baruch with some gun things. So
Oh, I'm in that class today.
oh great.
What is he having you do?
I don't know if it's a secret or not. So I
Oh,
don't
you
know if
can
I can
trust
tell
me.
you.
Be-
There's something with a rock and a plunger or something.
What?
Look, I didn't create this stuff. I don't know.
All right. Well, hopefully I see you out there then.
Yes. I guess we're going the same way. We can just walk together if you like, but
Well, I was gonna go to the dining hall first, but if you were
oh right. I think I have to go there right now. So
is today another one of your days?
no.
Oh, excellent. Care to join me for breakfast then?
Yeah, sure. I'll see how the other cooks make their meals.
Gotta size up your competition.
I think it's just the invisible people.
There are other professors who will be in there as well
Oh,
on the days
okay.
that you are not.
Well, then yes.
I see. All right.
I better not see any salads in there.
I would hope we don't have them for breakfast. Yeah, that's.
I apologize for my lack of attention. I would like everybody to know that I have successfully pre-ordered a Switch 2. In case anybody was following
Wow.
It
along at home.
happened.
Congrats. I have not. I've continued to get no response from the websites. Naturally, I did a bunch of
Right.
talking as soon as we came back from break too.
My wife is watching downstairs and hoping for the best. It is done. All right.
Also, I didn't talk to Titania this morning, but if you want to just say that we all have the inspiring
yeah, if you guys
leader.
want to play that conversation out, you're more than welcome to.
I mean, you could catch me on the way out.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
I mean, I went to talk to the other professor after I.
Yeah, in between there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm
Ah,
probably
yes.
preparing to, like,
Miss Ransom, hello.
How's the mayonnaise?
Sticky. It was not how I wanted that to go.
Yes.
I think you got the much more interesting starting item. Well, we did have beer, so you win some, you lose some.
Fair.
You seemed to have great success with your first project.
Yeah. Yes, we did. My partner and I.
She seems
A bitch? Yes.
all right.
Yes, she is. She's gonna be a lot.
I have already talked to her this morning, and I did get a similar impression. But we will do our best. These are the people that we're stuck with, unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately.
But at least not everybody's that bad. Your roommate seems nice, Cassandra. We spoke this morning.
Yeah, I mean, she's there.
Yeah, she is there. That is true. Is that all you've gleaned from your interactions?
I haven't really interacted much with her.
Well, you should try it. You're gonna have a whole year together.
I'll think about that.
I would recommend it. You may be surprised by some of us. If I can get Artemisia to talk, I'm sure you and Cassandra can find some common ground to enjoy.
You got Artemisia to talk to you?
I was kind of in disbelief too, don't worry.
Insight check.
Go for it.
As Lindsay knows what happened, but Tiny does not. She does not believe you. Oh, damn.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well.
Means persuasion. He's not lying.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Seems
Yeah,
like
it's
he's not lying.
Wow. You sure can talk your way through things, I guess.
That's the hope, because I'll let you in on a secret. I'm actually not all that clever. That's why we're gonna need people like you, if we're gonna get anything done with this whole Cipra thing.
That's fair. I don't want to be stuck in the loser guild, so.
One way or another, I'm not gonna be living on campus next year, but I will do everything I can to make sure you guys get the best seat in the house when you come back.
I guess. How did you get this position as a new student?
Well, I mean, I have the cousins in here, the triplets, so there's already a bit of an in with the family, so our name is at least recognized, and I knew somebody in the faculty, so admittedly, I needed to get away from home, so I just kind of asked nicely and got lucky.
Was that person maybe Vincent?
No, I don't know why you would think that.
You guys seem to really know each other back in the woods.
Well, I don't know what his interest was, but I think it was more regarding the situation that we were in yesterday, and he had some choice words for me is the. I'm not gonna remember the word monitor. He had some choice words for me as the monitor for having all of you in such a situation. I think Caesar got a similar lashing. So
It's fair. Do we just call like out of character question? Do we just call them preceptorates? Like, is that their title? That we call them?
Preceptor.
Preceptor. Okay.
The individual members of the preceptorate are preceptors.
Preceptors.
I
So we
know.
say
I
preceptor.
made
So
up
it's
a lot of words.
yeah. Well, I just want to make sure, like, how do we address them? Because obviously, professor. But I was like,
Yeah.
what do we?
He would be.
What's their title? Preceptor.
Preceptor.
Okay. Good to know. All right, I will incite that part of the conversation too.
Please. I will have both of you roll into the tower.
yeah, this
Okay.
one can be a tower.
Yeah, like I feel like this is a tower one. Oh gosh. Oh come on, roll in there. Get in there. Okay, I did the right one.
You get the feeling that he's definitely keeping things close to the chest,
Yeah.
but you don't really have any reason to believe he's not telling the truth. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
based on the interaction that you saw, there's
Yeah.
probably some kind of history there, but
Mm-hmm.
not really anything particularly important. Like, maybe they had some kind of interaction when he first got here.
Mm-hmm. Hard to say.
Yeah. He learned stuff to read.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. What class do you have today?
I get to hang out with the crazy gunman.
Oh.
I have no idea what to expect. It just sounded fun.
You know, that's fair. I didn't think much of it, but maybe I'll take that next year. Let me know how it goes.
You're in dueling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keep an eye on Cash. He needs a little help.
The round one?
Yeah.
In my notes, I put him as a puntable ball, so...
He's a good kid, but he's got it a little rough. He needs a win.
He came to school a year late because his parents didn't think he was ready.
Yeah.
And he
And they were right.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I can see what I can do, but sure, I'll keep an eye on him.
You know, not asking for any handouts, but you're in the same class, and you're in the same guild. See what you can do.
Alright, I'll try. For the guild.
Perfect. That's all I can ask.
Alright, well, I'm gonna get some breakfast before dueling class, so
Sounds good. Enjoy your day.
you as well.
Y'all make your way down there. Get your food. Jack is manning the kitchen today. He's mostly just overseeing the unseen servants. As a student of the arcane, he is more interested in the magic side of things. He's not really a cook. He's not a chef. He is a cook. He's not creating his own recipes or anything, just trying to make sure that everything gets turned out as it needs to.
Just slinging prestidigitations to make them not terrible.
Yep. And or recasting unseen servants as they are needed. So, we will jump to the arena, where Titania has her dueling class.
Oh, boy.
Oh no.
You all gather in the Colosseum-like circular arena with the way it looks on the map. That is the roof that you're seeing there, which kind of has these different areas. Inside, it's a very straightforward circular sand pit with seats around it. Standing in the middle is a well-built, stout, red-haired dwarven woman. She looks pretty fierce, pretty serious. She introduces herself as Corinne. As you all finish filing in, you can see she's well armored. Her hair is in a long red braid down her side, and she wields basically a very simple looking hammer. As you all finish filing in, she just kind of waits for you all to settle down and says, please, Have a seat on the sand. Today is the beginning of our dueling class. Dueling very simply means one-on-one combat. This is not going to be the chaotic mess you might find in the brutality or war magic classes. This is focused very specifically on one-on-one combat, on building up a repertoire of skills that will allow you to survive should you ever find yourself in a situation where you are fighting one assailant. You can fall back on this repertoire of skills, and hopefully it will keep you alive. Now, in order to effectively do such a class, you might imagine I will have to gauge all of you on your skills. And for those of you who have been here in years past, you will not be surprised that we will be beginning with the dueling tourney. Based on my class list and what I know about all of you, I have drawn up a bracket. Each of you will be engaging in a one-on-one duel to the quote-unquote death with one opponent. If you succeed, you will advance to the next round. If you fail, that will tell me what level I shall place you. We will end up with 6 teams of 4 or 5 students, with the highest performing students being in one tier and the lowest being at the other. There will be layers based on how well you perform. Now, some of you have not taken this class before, so you will be granted a handicap. You will not have to participate in the first round. You will enter in the second round. You can stay fresh. I will also be administering dull weapons, practice swords and blades. Tell me what your preferred one-handed or two-handed weapon is, and we have a dulled practice version of said weapon. I would ask our casters to refrain from any magic. That includes any use of mage armor, shield, abjuration, any such things. That is not what this class is about. You will find plenty of use for those things in your war magic class later in the week if you are taking such things. I will also note that I have a fully stocked supply of healing potions for in between bouts. We don't want any of you dying on me. Now, without further ado, we shall begin the tourney. So, Titania,
Oh boy, yeah.
you are not participating in the first round.
Yeah, thank God.
Nor are your classmates Hamblin, Cash, Lonoth,
Okay.
Ulam,
Yeah, of course.
Regana, or Hugo. As you see, all of you step off to the side as the bouts begin. She seems to have arranged them roughly by age. And you can see up first are 2 8th-year students, as she calls them forth. This is helpful for you as you get to learn all of their names.
Yes.
First, the first bout is between Artemisia Algova and Karst of Hrelthing, a rather pleasant-looking Goliath fellow. You watch this bout occur. Artemisia takes him down handily. She is using a two-handed greatsword with extreme amounts of skill. Karst, for his part, does his best. Let me find him. I'm trying to remember.
There, I was like, where are you?
So many. He's an 8th year.
Yeah, okay, I found him. Oh, look at that hair.
Yeah, he is. He seems to be more of a lover than a fighter.
Yeah.
He basically takes a couple hits from Artemisia, and he's like, "I am good. I yield. No, thank you." The next fight is between Anton Kelgilvanen and Nixon Borford from the Shattered Scythe. Anton looking very stern and serious and tough as they engage. Nixon, for his part, Anton seems to be more of a magic user, more likely. He does seem to have to restrain himself from using some kind of magic ability that he wants to use, but he doesn't use them. Nixon doesn't use a weapon at all, Rather, he just goes in and tries to avoid and hit pressure points. He seems to be more of a fist fighter. Nonetheless, Anton brings him down with quarterstaff. Ondal Pithrin, which is Lonoth's brother, and Fardulf Plotter are next.
Oh my gosh. Are they also Aesirs? Yes, okay.
Yeah. Ondal is another monk. He does seem to be a Kensei. He is fighting with a dagger.
Okay.
And Fardulf is basically trying to use a rapier. He doesn't seem to be particularly good with it, but he does manage to get in a good hit on Ondal and bring him down. Theodore de Marchal and Archer Stafford are next. Archer seems very self-assured and very handily wins that bout. We continue on. Eloy is here. One of the triplets.
Oh, the other. Okay.
Basically bouncing around. Ian Kelvartor is his attacker, and Eloy just basically dances around him the whole time, pisses him off, says a bunch of nasty things to him, and Ian can't get a hit in because he's just so... The mind games are really strong. His mental is not there. Eloy just like basically slaps him around a few times until he finally gets frustrated and leaves. Eloy takes that as a win. Next, you see Claudio de Radovan and a halfling girl, curly red hair. You've seen her around. Elsie Ridger. Claudio seems to be much the better fighter than her. She is trying to wield a mace here, and she actually manages to scrape out a win by throwing sand in his face and then just tackling him to the ground and pummeling him. The professor actually has to separate them after that bout.
Fair.
Droud Dysart and Ivy Borford have an extremely boring duel. They're basically just walking around each other with swords and taking an experimental swing. Ivy gets the win after like 15 minutes because the professor is tired of watching this go on. Johnston Blancer and Verania Algova, Artemisia's sister. Johnston stands absolutely no chance against her. She takes after her older sister, it seems. Trying to remember what weapon she uses. She is a third year, and she is just using a long sword.
For those of you following along at home, there will be a quiz after this.
Yes.
Yeah, right. There will be.
Finally, Seirdre Orr, Drow, and Will Calivan, who just seems to be like the most normalist guy here.
Yeah, he definitely does.
He kind of hems and haws a little bit. He doesn't want to fight Seirdre because he is scared of her. She is well armored and wields this longsword like it's nothing, or it's a great sword actually, but she's using it in one hand, and she just hits him once, and he's like, "I am done."
It's like, okay.
No, thank you, says Will. He is he's kind of a sneakier, quicker fighter, but he still can't. That brings us into the second round. Artemisia has advanced and fights the first year Hamblin Cleoro, and just Hamblin is like, no, not doing it. Artemisia just takes that win extremely handily.
Yeah.
Up next, we have Anton versus Fardulf. Anton, the seeming magic user, still has a lot of quickness to him somehow, and beats him with his quarterstaff. Cash is next against Archer Stafford, a much older student than him. Cash seems to get a burst of energy from something. That speech this morning really seemed to help him, and he doesn't want to fight, but he just gets in there and just mangles him.
It's like, wow.
Lonoth and Eloy are next. They seem to be buddies, and basically Eloy just like prances around a little bit. Lonoth gets one hit, and Eloy just is like, I die!
Yeah.
He doesn't want to fight. Titania,
Yeah.
you are next against Elsie.
Oh, okay.
So, we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh boy. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
It come
And we
with
get to
Egg Well.
pick a weapon?
Yes.
Okay. I am doing rapier.
Yes, I thought you might.
Just.
Go for the great sword. Be different.
I have no strength. That was my dump stat. Alrighty. Okay.
All right. Battle time. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll hit the initiative button. As you see, Elsie is over there in a corner looking ready to square up. And she begins the combat. She just like looks across the way at you for a moment like, oh, I'm really sorry I have to do this to you. But then she just like screeches and streaks across the battlefield. And she will take a swing at you with her mace.
Oh god.
And gets a natural one. She like slips. You can see like the part of the sand that she picked up to throw at her previous competitor. She like slips on that part now that the sand is gone and just falls down. She sits up, looking rather disheveled and angry. Titania, it's you.
Quite tragic. Alright. I mean, I'm going to hit her with the rapier. That's what I'm here for. Oh boy. Look at that initiative. Oh, yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, choo! I just miss her. She's on the ground, I miss her. That's
She's
rough.
gonna stand up, right herself, kind of ducking the swing as she does so, and then she will make another attack.
Yeah.
That one will hit home.
Ah.
Puts a little bit of extra
Ow.
juice into it from
Oh
war
my
cleric
god.
nature. Back to you.
I'm glad I talked to Lauren this morning.
Mhm.
I knew I was gonna need it. Alright. We're gonna keep. Oh my god. Oh my
She
god.
ducks it up to the side and she's gonna go for a swing against your side as she's crouched down next to you here.
Huh. Ouch.
It's not too late to give it up.
Never. Okay, hold up. What does... Now I'm gonna get used to all the martial things. What does Vex do?
Oh yeah, all that shit.
I think
Yeah.
it gives them a disadvantage if you hit them.
When a character hits the target with a Vex weapon. Oh, I have to hit her for this to work, so...
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
does have some armor.
Uh-huh. I have none. I can't mage armor, apparently. I have some things to say. We're just gonna keep trying.
That'll do.
Okay. Alright, I'm glad I even just got a hit at this point. Oh yeah, that's not gonna do much. I'm going down.
You're back, sir.
Unless she
Oh,
has
I do Vex
disadvantage.
her. No, actually, they have a... I have advantage on my next attack roll.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's what it is. Which sucks, but... I mean, it's good for me, but... I would rather her have the disadvantage right now, but... Yep. Yeah. She's not going down with... Yeah, I would say she would definitely accept that, though, because I think she's gonna really try her best, so... If she's going down, she's going down.
She just
Okay, we're not
smacks the lights out of you.
Yeah.
say Elsie's gonna murder you.
Yeah, she sure is.
She looks like she's fixing to, and then finally the professor rushes over,
Mm-hmm.
and you see
I'm
her
just
stop
unconscious.
for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
You do come to and back to full health with the potions.
Yeah.
Miss Ridger, a word. Yeah, what's up? Those, radiant flashes on your weapon. Oh, just a gift from my worship. And it wouldn't happen to be a cantrip or a spell, would it? You know, it's so hard to say where the gifts come from. Yeah, I don't think so. Miss Ransom, you're free to advance to the next round. Elsie, immediately, reaches for a swing at the professor, and she just grabs her.
Oh, Jesus.
Do we have a problem, Miss Ridger? It's like, no, fine, just fine. As you advance to the next round.
Oh my god.
On a technicality.
I was like, on a technicality. I was like, damn, I should have just used magic.
Ulam of
Alright.
Cartharg joins in, an orc fellow who manages to best Ivy Borford. Seems a little bit winded from her fight with Droud. Regana du Marchal comes in, but Verania Algova just dispenses with her very easily. And young Hugo von Lestrata, also has no chance against Seirdre, the frightening drow.
Yeah.
In the third round, Anton, with his quarterstaff, finally meets his match against Artemisia, and it's a protracted fight, but she takes him down. They seem to have a mutual respect for each other as two basically children of emperors of their respective countries. It's Cash versus Lonoth in this fight.
No! Oh no!
Cash seems really unwilling to fight his friend and
Yeah.
roommate. Lonoth kind of forces him to as he charges in, and Cash puts him down.
Wow.
That little boy's got legs, and he seems absolutely terrified because that means next he has to fight Artemisia.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Titania, it is you
boy.
versus young Ulam.
Oolong. Which one is that one? Oh no, I already forgot.
He's an orc.
He's
the
the
orc.
Hmm.
He
What
also
years?
looks like he's praying.
Yeah.
He's young.
He's young. Okay.
It's a little guy.
Little guy.
He's a little guy.
All right. Well, I'm
And we
gonna
will
try.
Redo our initiatives.
Yeah. Oolong. I'm going down without a fight.
Ulam
Okay.
is once again
Yeah.
first.
Oh, wait,
I
you
roll a 2. Look at this.
Here.
This is crazy.
gotta heal yourself.
Oh yeah, you're back
I
to
do
full.
got it. I got it.
And
Yeah,
you're not unconscious.
she's fighting unconscious.
Ah.
Oh, that's why the initiative didn't go well for you. Let's re-roll
Yeah.
it. I
Oh,
think it gave you disadvantage.
It won't let delete here.
We'll roll it again. All right, you're first.
Okay.
wow.
Great. Whoa.
Ulam is wielding a great axe.
Oh god. Oh gosh. I'm gonna just try to be as quick as possible and see if I can pull it back here. 5, 10.
Yeah, get him, Titania.
There. Gotta try to make it quick. Okay, we got a hit.
Yeah.
We got a hit. Oh my god, the damage.
Not
You can't
awesome.
see it. No.
Really next up.
Ulam's here. He just takes a swing. He's pretty young. He's just like, hey, sorry
Yeah.
to have to do this.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Womp.
Wow.
Back to you.
But now you have advantage.
I do have advantage because I. Alrighty.
Oh,
My god. Alright.
takes another swing.
Hold my ground. Ah.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh, ow!
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna kind of like. I'm gonna fort. I don't need to go unconscious again.
Yeah.
I'm like. Nice hit. That.
you
I'm
hear
good.
the professor. Just do it.
Oh, fine. Okay, I can roll high when it's not at advantage, apparently. That's at least. Oh!
Oh,
Oh! Okay!
He didn't have a lot of health.
No, but.
These guys aren't level 2 like you.
Oh.
He
Oh
falls.
my god.
And you survive with your 1 hit point.
I'm kind of worried about who I have to fight now, and I'm like,
cash. No, that's-
Oh
Imagine getting
boy.
your shit kicked in by Cat.
Well, he's a fighter, so I am kind of scared of him after seeing these past couple of
You
fights.
advance again.
Yeah.
It is Verania Algova versus Seirdre Orr, the drow, the scary drow. Verania finally has met her match against Seirdre, and Seirdre is able to put her down. It's a pretty protracted and brutal fight between those two. Verania does not want to give in, and she fights to her last and passes out. We are at our final 4.
Oh god.
Artemisia versus Cash.
Before this fight, I'm gonna go to Cash and just be like, Cash, you got this. I saw what you've been doing. You're doing great out there. You got it, buddy. It's like awkward pat his head.
He's like, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. And Artemisia is
Yeah.
like, she walks up and just,
Yeah, just
and just
be gentle
knocks
on
him out in 1 hit.
Yeah, it's like, okay, it's just swift.
She just hits him with the butt of her sword and knocks him
Yeah.
out.
I was like, okay.
And Titania, it is you versus
Yeah.
Seirdre.
The metal pipe falling sound effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, let me get my hit points back here. It will let me delete. Oh, no. Why don't you let me do it? Can I just do... It won't let me delete. It won't let me, like, adjust my hit point.
I got it.
Thanks. I don't know. That's
You are
weird.
first again.
Oh my gosh. Nice. Oh god.
Oh.
Just like, okay. Here we go again, I guess. Just do the same tactic. I'm just gonna try to go in and be quick. Wow, but imagine if that happened. If I actually got that crit.
I'm imagining.
What if it actually did happen? Didn't, but...
But it could have.
She seems
Yeah.
frenzied and enraged.
Oh no.
Oh, terrifying. Oh no.
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. Ah! That's half my hit points
Back
there.
to you.
All right,
Alright,
but I do get
get
advantage. Oh my god.
It's gonna be it.
Well, it's a hit.
Okay. It's a hit. Same damage, huh? Alright, I'm gonna definitely
She's
die.
looking
All right.
real bad.
Yeah, it's just like put it together like, oh god. Just not the face.
Oh my
Wow.
god!
This is stupid. There's no way Tony should be living this long.
That's a natural
I know she-
one.
But that means I get to hit with advantage again.
That's right.
Because I did hit.
Yeah.
Now once again, I could.
Oh no, it's a 2. She got a 2.
Alright.
Wild.
Shit. This is crazy.
You got it.
I know I won. I know I won by
You're on
technicality
borrowed
that first
time.
round, but yeah.
Elsie's a cheater. That has been established
Yeah.
already with the sand.
Yeah.
And her extra D4 of divine favor.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
how did she get extra D4? Alright. Well, I don't want to fight Artemisia.
Yeah, that's who you're
Artemisia
fighting.
time.
Final
I
round.
know. Oh
as
gosh.
you enter the fray. He just kind of yells across.
God.
I have to say, I'm rather impressed with your performance.
I'll be quite honest, I'm kind of surprised I'm here this far, so... I don't say that a lot, but...
Well, may the best fighter win.
Yeah, I guess. Just not the face, please.
She comes up with her,
Yep.
she has a long sword.
Yeah. I definitely just kind of like... Ah! Yep.
Hang on, I don't know why the attack has radiant damage on it. It's not supposed to. We'll ignore that. There we go.
Alright. Here we go again!
You really should invest in some proper armor.
Yeah, I probably should. Oh god, these damage rolls.
Yeah.
You see her just kind of look at you. She kind of looks you in the eye and winks and casts healing word.
Oh,
Tanya.
I kind of just give a surprised glance and I'm like, I won't say anything. I do get advantage.
Yep.
I do get advantage. Oh my god, it was
that was
so
such
cool.
a tease.
Oh, but what if? These fours!
Yeah.
These 4Ds and 4s! Oh my god. Yeah.
Hello, bro. Okay.
Oh.
Not a
Still
low
alive. Not a little robot. Hanging on by a thread.
Yeah, it was low enough.
Yeah. Oh, wrong thing. Sorry, delete that. I picked
Well,
the wrong
yeah,
thing.
roll your attack and you can keep that
Sorry.
as a damage if you hit.
Okay. I grabbed the wrong thing. I thought I was grabbing my D20.
Okay, there you go. There's your damage roll.
Sorry about that.
She looks pretty winded.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Bye.
She just kind of
Yeah.
like brings the sword right up next to you, but doesn't actually hit
Yeah.
home. Just kind of stops.
Yeah.
I think we're done here.
Yes. Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a good fight.
Yeah.
You're
I learned a lot.
remarkably physically apt for a wizard.
Pretty dexterous, but would like to learn a little bit more. So hopefully I can learn a bit from you.
I imagine so. See, the professor comes up. That was a pretty good set of bouts. Artemisia, once again, you are the winner of the dueling tourney. Yes, great, thanks. So, with that being the case, we have now divided our class into our 6 teams. On Team 6, those of you who didn't manage to win a single thing, Karst, Hamblin, Hugo, Regana. Those of you who managed to win 1, Ian, Theodore, Ondel, Anton. And then Team 4, also Will, Johnston, Droude, and Claudio. Those of you who won 2 bouts, Bardolph, Archer, Eloy, Ivy, and Elsie are on Team 3. And Team 2, Anton, Lonath, Ulam, and Varania. And those of you, the cream of the crop, our Final 4, Artemisia, Titania, Seirdre, and somehow, Cash.
Dude, that's pretty good. Through the
He's like,
4 and 6.
I did
Let's
it.
go.
I did it.
Good job, Cash. I just like winded, yeah.
This has been taking basically the entire day to do all of these various bouts on this tourney.
Yeah.
But those are your teams, as they have been decided.
Can't
So now,
believe that.
in the future, in your dueling class, those are the 3 that you will be working with.
Oh my
Artemisia,
god.
Seirdre,
Yeah.
and Cash.
I got cat.
Woo!
Following through with my promise. Somehow.
Meanwhile, in firearms class,
Oh.
Can't
you
wait.
guys meet in the central courtyard, where Lannon Baruch is waiting with Stumpy, his awakened shrub.
What a name.
All right. Yes, thank you all for coming. We have a really big turnout this year for firearms class. Wow. I'm very happy to see most of you. You know who you are. Yeah. Liv. Anyway, I have to give the spiel before we begin. So let's get that out of the way. This is a dangerous class. First and foremost, some of you may lose appendages, and that's just the nature of firearms. Obviously, this is a relatively couple hundred years old form of weaponry, and it is extremely sophisticated. The school has a collection that I have curated over the last decades of my tenure of firearms, including sidearms, long arms, artillery, and cannons, as well as a sizable collection of ordnances and powder. Each week, we're going to rotate between these sidearms, long arms, artillery, cannons, explosives, and maintenance and powder creation. Now, these are fun weapons. They're very powerful, they make very loud noises, and functionally they can be seen as a sort of remote control for another person's life, and that's all very cool. However, it's not all fun and games. And you could seriously hurt yourselves, and I could seriously hurt you, and nobody wants any of that. Safety is going to be of paramount import in this class, alright? So, standing behind me are our 4 very helpful and friendly volunteers. You will show them the same respect that you would show me, probably more, actually. Professor Glopswang will meet you at Halcyon Lake. Professor Blancer will meet you at the track and lists. Professor Cassenzi will meet you in the artifact lab. Professor Caesar will meet you in the East Field, and I will be seeing you all in the West Field. Now, I will be dividing you all today into 5 groups, whereby you can rotate around all of our various helpful volunteers and get a feel for something. Finally, I just want to wish you all a great year. I know things have been a little strange around campus lately, and I hope that we can all see this class as a good way of unwinding and blowing some stuff up. So, he splits you all up into groups. He kind of points you all. You guys are all in group 1, which will consist of Cassandra and Lauren, as well as Thrasa de Radovan, Raquel of Malthier, the Dragonborn Tokanok Fireheart, and the Tabaxi Nico Lynxus. So the 6 of you start in the East Field with Professor Caesar, who has a collection of what look like landmines.
What?
What? Hello, Caesar. You said you were helping
Hello,
today.
students.
What have you got
Yes.
there? Those look like strange bowls.
They are landmines. Pretty exciting stuff.
That sounds not good.
No, it's very good and fun. And you will see. I forget what he wanted me to do with them. But
Basically, he's going to have each student secretly hide one somewhere in the field here.
and then we're gonna
Basically play tag.
do something. Okay. So I will be handing each of you a landmine. You will then go off and hide your landmine somewhere in the field. And then afterwards, we will be playing a friendly game of tag. And last one who does not set off a landmine wins.
Hey,
Oh.
Professor?
Yes.
So what do they do if you step on them by chance?
Well, I guess you'll find out. Oh, I'm just kidding. It just makes some noise.
A lot of things make noise. Yeah, okay, sure.
You see Nico the Tabaxi is like, oh, well, I'm in. This sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes, I
Indeed.
think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Anyone up for a friendly wager?
Oh, always.
Let's say, 10 gold in the pot says I'm going to be the last one who blows up.
Sure, I'll take that wager.
You see Raquel, the Goliath gal here. Yeah, I will take that as well. Puts
So,
her money-
Raquel, are we betting that we will be the last standing, or are we simply splitting the pot when he inevitably loses?
Ooh, oh, that is an interesting one. See, he's like, nah, hang on, I did not sign up for that.
Well, you didn't specify. You just simply bet
Yes,
10
let us
gold
say-
that you
let
would be
us-
the last
Let us
one.
bet that he is not the last one.
I like these odds.
I will prove you all wrong anyway.
Looking forward to it.
I'm just gonna have you guys make a survival check or a sleight of hand check to try and hide
Cassandra,
your
come here.
mine.
Yeah, what's up?
You're crafty with things. You subtle, yeah?
As I can be, yeah.
You want to help me with something? I have an idea.
Okay, what do you got? What do you got in mind?
I got this big cloak, and I have a strap that attaches behind it. Can you strap mine to my back?
Yeah, I could do that. Hang on. I'll try to help with that in sleight of hand, I guess.
Yeah, you can do sleight of hand. Yeah.
Alright, yeah, that'll work.
All right, and then I'll go find. It's just a field, right? Like,
Yeah, there's a guild hall. There's a couple of scattered trees as well. It's like
okay.
between the dining hall and the South Grove, and then between the amphitheater and the Torak Guild Hall.
You said things on the map, and I should just pull up the map.
Yeah, the East Field is marked on the map. That's where you are.
Kind of the bottom right quadrant of the...
Oh, I see. All right, I'm gonna put in a very nondescript part, just kind of in the middle of the east field.
Okay. Have you do a survival or
Eh.
sleight of hand?
Definitely a set of hand. Oh my god. Okay.
Once you guys are all ready, Caesar, you have been given a little starter's pistol. And Caesar, you will begin as it.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. When the pistol goes off, I will start running at one of you. So you better get ready. All right. On your marks, I shoot it and I book it towards someone.
All right, Caesar, go ahead and make an athletics check with advantage.
Okay. At 25.
Oh my god.
Waiting for this to. There we go. You guys, the rest of you can do acrobatics or athletics checks for avoidance. And Caesar, who are you going after?
How many kids are there here? 6?
6.
Do you have a list of them?
Yep.
Whoever number 6 is.
Number 6 is Cassandra.
Also, real quick, while I'm running, can I also just do a quick cursory glance and like to see if anyone just
Yeah,
skidded shittily?
I'm gonna have you both also make a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, that's, I can already tell you how that's gonna go, boss.
Wah.
Yeah.
Caesar, you just immediately sprint for Cassandra. For her part,
Oh.
she is pretty sprightly.
I'm sorry, I need to do the acrobatics
Yeah,
still.
have you do an acrobatics check.
Mm.
But you do catch up with her. Cassandra, as you're running away from this guy who's just get-outing at you. Like the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Just immediately comes at you. You jump over a mine that somebody had planted and get tagged. So now you must pick your target.
Who's closest?
Probably Lorne.
Who else is closest?
Get the cat.
It's Nico, yeah. He's like
Okay, of course.
in a tree.
Okay,
Yeah, come up and get me.
I can play ball. Fuck it. I'll go ahead and do that. Also, still like scanning around for anything.
Okay. Perception and acrobatics check.
She's close to me, yeah?
Yeah.
Can I pull out my grappling hook and rope?
Oh my
Yeah,
fucking
sure.
god.
Go get him! I just chuck the
Oh.
hook up into the branch.
He is a
What I-
quick one. And it takes you a little bit. You're avoiding all the mines. He dives out of the tree and sprints across the field in the other direction, seemingly avoiding you for now.
Dude, shit. Alright, Jesus.
He's fast.
Okay. Okay. Aside from Lauren, I'll just go after the person next to me.
And that'd be
or
Raquel.
Nick.
The
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do
Goliath
that.
Gal.
Yep.
Raquel, I'm liking our odds less. He's faster than I thought.
Yes, I am feeling a little bit worried. You make an acrobatics and perception. She will do the same.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
You sprint after her and tag her. She is unable to avoid getting tagged, but in the process, you do step on the mine that she had planted right next to her.
Of
And you
course.
hear it go boom!
Kaboom!
Kaboom!
Well, luckily I didn't fuck around and find out, so have fun figuring out the money. Because I didn't bet.
She will immediately just take a charge towards Nico. And she catches him but steps on his mine, which he had just put like around the base of the tree. And when he jumps up it
Yeah,
to avoid her, she just steps on it. She's like, "Oh, damn it! It's up to you, Lauren." And he immediately starts diving at you.
I will just turn and run and just give him my back.
Okay. He doesn't notice. He tries to take a swipe at you and tag you, and you hear a boom. Like, oh, that's what is that?
What is going? Did his
I believe
back
the professor
blow?
said who triggered the mines, so there we have it.
This is correct. You're out.
Damn it. He gives you 10 gold.
Good one, Lorne.
He walks over and also gives the Goliath gal 10 gold as well. I'll just have you make a roll for me to see how you'd fare in the rest of the game.
Sure. Who else is left?
Takanok and Thrasa.
Alright.
Just do an acrobatics for me.
I did athletics. So
Yeah, that works too. Yeah, you eventually do tag. You get both of them out strategically as well. Thrasa like accidentally steps on her own mine.
Ooh,
You spend a
unlucky.
while chasing Takanok around the tree. Eventually, you tag him and are able to trick him into getting on one of the other mines. And you are the victor.
I enjoyed this challenge. Thank you, Professor Caesar.
Yes, of course. I hope you all enjoy the other ones. All right, now get on
Next.
over to the lake. Or
What was
something.
What was Cat
Yep,
Man's
the
info?
lake.
Hey, Nico.
Yeah,
Best 2 out of 3?
you're on. Eventually, you guys make your way up to Halcyon Lake, where Professor Orner Glopswang is here. He
Oh.
basically has. We're gonna say
Sorry, I was going to give to the victor one of my special cookies because I have the chef feature. Good job, Lauren. Here is a cookie. Now go on over to the lake.
Wow, thank you.
Yes,
The
of
special
course.
cookie. Wow.
I will surreptitiously give it to Cassandra. Yeah, thanks for the help. That definitely wouldn't have worked out without it.
Oh hell yeah, thanks.
Cookies.
Hey, listen, if it's funny, I'm all in.
You guys see Professor Glopswang has set up a number of floating barrels with targets painted on them in the lake. And in one of the smaller ponds next to the lake, he has a ship set up, which is basically just a platform floating in the middle with 2 cannons mounted on it. And your object here is to hit as many of the barrels in 2 minutes as you can.
Okay.
So each of you will just go ahead and make a dexterity check as you all mount up on your fake ship and just start blasting, being careful not to hit the Cipra Guildhall, which is directly behind.
This is why our guild hall is flooded.
Okay, well,
I'll just have
Good
you
to
each,
know.
yeah, I'll have you each do a dex check, and then I'll see if anybody else gets a 1, because if they do, they will hit the guild hall.
Ah!
That's Nico.
That son of a bitch.
Thrasa is strangely good at this very bookish-looking tiefling. Nico, like, punches a hole in the very top of the guild hall, like, oh! Sorry! I think I owe you another 10 gold, Lauren. I think I might have hit your bedroom.
Sore loser from the last one.
That was legitimately an accident.
I know.
I am not good at the cannon. Professor Glopswang is like, the hell you doing, man? The next challenge is at the track and list with Professor Annabelle Blancer, a very stern and somewhat frightening looking lady. We know her as the Professor of Material Magic. She is here, and she has set up 2 stationary artilleries. Basically, kind of like cannons that just fire a couple of times, and they're very small. And they're behind like little sandbags. And on the middle of the lists, there is basically a set of magically moving targets that she is floating by. Similarly to before, there will be dexterity checks to see how many you can hit successfully.
oh my god.
Nico does
Glad
better
I'm
at
keeping
this
track of the.
You all do better at this than at the cannons, except for Cassandra. Next is across the way in the artifact lab with Professor Leiko Kasenzi, who you all had class with yesterday. He basically takes you up to, actually leaves you on the first floor, and it gives a little general introduction and gives you a rundown on the basics of powder creation. Tells you where you can safely craft it in this tower, on those rooms, the general alchemical rundown for how it works, and how you can avoid blowing yourself up. Finally, you go to the Westfield, where Landon and Stumpy are. And basically, he has just set up a whole mess of targets and just lets everybody pick either a long arm, a sidearm, or a shotgun. And this is just basically to give you exposure to all the various wonders of firearms. So you can decide which ones you like the best.
So we can try out all of them right now, or?
Yes.
Alright. I would try out the long arm and the sidearm.
Lauren would take 2 sidearms.
Very good. Yeah.
Is this allowed?
Yeah, fuck it.
Hell yeah!
I'll just have you both make dexterity-based attack rolls.
Without proficiency?
Yes.
So that would just be the same as just rolling another dex check, yeah?
Pretty much.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
That feels
tough.
right.
They have a lot of
he's-
kickback.
And he doesn't do the two-hand thing. He should suck at this.
Yeah, Cassandra, you definitely like... With the long arm, it's a little bit easier to aim because you have to two-hand it, and it makes it... the barrel's longer. It seems to strike a little bit truer. But the benefit of the sidearm is that you can be a little bit up closer. You can be more quick with it, which kind of suits your fighting style a little bit better. Lauren, you're just blasting.
Yeah.
It's fun. Eventually, as you guys kind of get tired of doing this, he's like, well, that's pretty much it for the first day. I'll talk to you all next week and see what specific things you liked the best over the course of this day. The various activities that you partook in. Because that's what our class is going to be. All those things. But it's time for you all to learn the most important lesson. Clean the weapon. Put it back where you found it. And unload it. So we'll walk you guys through all of that.
I feel like it should be in not that order, but yep.
You got what I mean? You all do so, and on your way away from the field, you do catch the tail end of all the commotion in the arena at the first dueling class. In the sand pit as well, brutality class is going on.
Huh.
It's crazy. They are just
Yeah, I
like
want to take a look. Yeah.
beating the hell out of each other in there.
Yeah, that looks less than fun.
You do see Zegra is in there. You do recognize Lydia, Kelpiramar, and Elias. Rabilkarin is in there. Longo is in there. Longo is just tearing it up. They seem to just be having like an all-out brawl.
That. Glad I didn't take that one.
And down on the range, Phoebe Clanraston is also hosting her precision class. There's not very many people in there. Lycon Dismas is in there, who was your lab partner yesterday, Cassandra.
Mm-hmm.
Not too many. Reska is in there as well. She is frustratingly, seemingly good at that too.
I'll hustle over to the arena and
Hate
see if I can catch any of the
Yeah,
the
so
end,
you can
end duels.
can catch the fight between Artemisia and Titania.
Can I see it as well?
Oh god.
And you guys can hang out there as they wrap up class.
Can I definitely like take the healing potion?
Yeah, Artemisia will actually heal you. She's a cleric.
Oh wow. Oh, okay. Thanks.
That was I guess we'll be she looks over at you, Seirdre, and Cash.
Cash. Yeah.
I suppose we'll be a bit of a unit in this class then.
I guess so.
Seirdre is like, seems a little bit unfair considering 3 of you are in the same guild. It's not like we're going to be stacked up against you or anything, Seirdre. Yes. Well, I will see you all in subsequent classes, I suppose.
Of course.
See,
Like, I
Cash
give
is
a
just
pat to
like,
Cash. Yeah. Good job.
I honestly I don't know how I got here. The whole thing is such a
Same.
blur.
Good job, way to go! From way off in the distance.
You have no idea how the structure goes, but you're like, yeah!
Artemisia turns over and sees you, and she's like,
Thumbs up
It's like,
from all the way across.
In excellent fight.
Thanks. Yeah.
She held her own very well. Not a lot of wizards could boast the same.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You have a knack for the one-handed weapon fighting.
I guess
there
I
may
do.
be a blade song in your future.
Mm.
It's quite interesting. I might look into it.
Impressive indeed.
And Cash, I am quite frankly astonished at your ability.
Yeah.
Me too.
I knew he had it in him.
Cash, my hand on his shoulder. You have great potential, Cash.
You like.
Yeah.
Gonna, like-
I crouched down.
Oh, he's getting
Yeah.
eye level. He's getting eye
Yeah.
level.
Wow.
You have great
Nobody ever
potential.
told me I have potential.
Well, I can see it in you.
You're sweet as I'm a child.
You
Oh,
keep
no.
working on it.
Oh, no.
Give him a cookie, you'll
Suck.
make his whole week.
You keep this
Oh.
up, and you'll get more of these. I gave him a cookie.
Yeah.
It has special properties.
Hey, he ain't allergic to peanuts or anything, right?
Are there
No
peanuts in
peanuts,
this?
No.
I was like, Artemisia?
I cast remove
He would be-
allergy.
Yeah. he would be the kid that's allergic to something.
Yeah.
I cast spiritual epinephrine. You see the professor wanders over to where you guys are all gathered.
Yeah.
Hey, hello.
Is this a Cipra party or?
Well, it would appear to warrant one. Our friends did well today.
They did exceptionally well.
I'm glad to see it.
Miss Algova, of course, is not a surprise. He has dominated the last 3 of our dueling tourneys that we have held in this class, but these 2 new ones are also showing quite some promise. And Surdri as well, but she appears to have wandered off. I want
what
to
happened?
apologize for Miss Ridger's behavior.
Yeah, seems like she has a history of that.
She is a bit... she's trouble. I know you two are friends, but...
Not surprised, but
quite
I figured
surprised that
anyway.
she would behave that way in a fight with you. But
no.
regardless, I will do my best to put the kibosh on such behaviors when I see them.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
How were your classes today, you two?
Pretty good, honestly. Like, I didn't do super hot, but at the same time, it was something entirely new to me, so I'm kind of fine with that.
Oh, it was a blast. Landon has a fun subject. So by end of the year with all 10.
That would be an accomplishment.
Hmm.
And Professor Caesar,
Yes.
I see you were volunteering.
Yes, I figured I would help out where I can.
Good to see.
Were you ever wanting to, if you need my help with anything for your classes, I'd be happy to volunteer.
I generally have a fairly straightforward curriculum to run, but I'll keep it in
Yes.
mind. I suppose welcome to Halcyon. I haven't really had much of an opportunity to speak with you yet.
Right, yes. There's a lot of professors, so
28.
yeah. But
Lot
yes,
of
thank you.
students too.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
Luckily, you
Yeah.
only really have to worry about a quarter of them.
Yep.
Well, I will let you all celebrate. And see you next week. And she heads out and leaves you guys there with Artemisia and Cash.
Oh, Artemisia.
Hmm.
Well done. Would you like a cookie,
I'm alright, thanks.
Titania?
You're allowed to enjoy things.
I will take
Really
a cookie.
much of a sweets person.
I somehow.
Mm.
What's the flavor of cookie?
like a lemonade.
Oh.
Right.
Whoa. That what? I swear.
Only Cash
best
has had a
cooking.
peanut in it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm tired, so I suppose I'll be retiring.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think I might check out the cafe today. Haven't been over there yet.
Oh, that sounds pretty good, actually. If you don't mind me joining you.
As long as you can. I don't remember the rules on that. I think
What
they're
is
weird
this
about it.
cafe? Yeah.
It's
This
the one
is
right over
good
there.
night.
It's only for upperclassmen, 6th,
No, you're not
7th,
allowed.
years.
Hey, I'm in a 7th year, so yeah, I can go.
Alright.
You're not allowed.
Fine, I guess.
I'll just go check it out, and if there's anything interesting, I'll bring some back to the guild hall.
Sounds good. I'm gonna guess head to the dining hall. I need a shower because I am gross. So I'll see y'all later then.
Today is like technically one of my off days, right?
Yep.
Okay, I will be at my office hours.
Where is your office?
It's over in the back of the Great Hall.
Why do you have
What is
office
it?
hours for a fitness class?
I was about to ask the same thing. Like, do
Well,
you go in there and do jumping jacks? Like,
I don't know. In case anybody wants to talk about anything.
I'll
In case
probably want
everybody
to talk
has
about
issues.
something. I think I'm
Okay.
gonna have issues. I'm not even in your class, but I think I'm gonna have issues.
My door will be open to all students. Even
doing
you,
great.
Cash.
Can
You're
I
doing great,
practice
buddy.
pugilism?
I actually know a fair bit about pugilism.
Good. I'll see you
I
in
can
there
help you,
later.
Cash. Okay, I'll head off.
You head off to your office. You two can head to the 6 to midnight. The cafe is actually a pretty nice little spot. It's basically just like a big coffee bean. They do actually have some ale on tap that you can have as well. The whole place is generally staffed by unseen servants. Every so often, an 8th year student will kind of stand behind the counter and run things as well, but nobody is at the moment. There's just like some tables set out, some like bean bags, kind of like mood lighting throughout. You can get coffees or teas or other beverages and pastries and snacks and such.
wow, this is really nice.
Yeah, more than I was expecting.
What, by the way, what time is it? I'm going to guess evening at this point.
Yeah, it's probably like shortly before sundown.
Okay. You want a nail?
Sure. I'll go behind the bar and pour both and just stay on that side and kind of just leaning on the bar. Nobody else seems to be here, so I guess we're a bit early.
Probably a bit, but I'm sure they won't mind. And if they do, well, maybe don't have a restaurant open. No intending it.
If you'll give me access to food and drink, I shall partake. Although I'm sure it has nothing on what Caesar can do.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I hope he's doing alright, considering apparently this academy is fucking weird and he is now just straight up working for it.
Yeah, he seems to be, I don't know, optimistic, I guess. Certainly doing his best, but it's a lot to take in. I'm kind of in the same boat, but a bit less
Yeah.
expectation.
I'll
You as
say you're
well,
in
huh?
the. Oh yeah, I'm about. I think I said 23. Hang on. But yeah, 23 or so. But I kind of came here hoping to, at least take the time and learn some new things, and wasn't really sure what to expect with the whole, well, point A, the political nonsense ongoing, and the added weirdness of everything on the first day.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of all that. I tend to ignore a lot of the politics, but Yeah, yesterday was interesting, that's for sure. Oh, day before, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Orientation.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that yet.
Yeah, you mind me asking, like, what you going for here? Is it like learning, or are you just having to handle some other things and being here is a part of it?
Um, this is really just, kind of the best place if you want to make something of yourself, so... Bit of a late start, but finally decided it was time to leave home and had a motivation change, so here we are.
Well, bit of a similar vote, but with different reasonings. My family finally was able to pull some connections getting here, so I'm not gonna complain. I'm actually pretty excited to learn things, but definitely a different landscape.
And for those of us who didn't waltz in here from the royal silver spoon families, it makes it a bit of a different mentality, you know?
Oh, for sure. My family's barely gaining a foothold in some no-name town up north. Like, I get it.
Something I noticed for a couple of our people in our guild where they're very focused on performance. They have to be the best for whatever reason, whether that's, expectations or pride or whatever, I don't know, but that'll be different from person to person, but I don't know, I think we can work with that, but
I think so too, and I'm going to be as go with the flow as I can be, since if everyone's competing, there's no sense in trying to win the rat race.
well, there's no sense in not trying.
Oh, no, 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 I don't mean like trying at all. I mean like specifically the political networking ongoing.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole separate thing that I'm not particularly interested in, but
Yeah, just trying to do well at school. Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. I want to do well.
what's the end game? You said you came from a smaller family. If you're not trying to do the rat race, what do you stand to gain from Halcyon?
I mean, you can still win without trying to climb to the top.
I suppose that's fair.
Like building up networks and connections and figuring out what you should know when you're branching out into the world like that. Like there's practical skills in doing that without having to fully immerse yourself in the intrigue, as it were.
It's fair. And improvement is always noble, right? Make yourself better, get a leg up. Don't have to be on top of the world, but better than where we started.
Yeah, and worst case, well, I have some new skills to bring back to the family. Like, it's really a net win for me as long as things don't go sideways, but we'll see what happens.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you only have, I mean, you're an 8th year, right?
Yeah, so I suppose, assuming I don't ruin something, this is my one go at it.
I mean, anything you're hoping to get out of it? Just skills and things to bounce off of?
Mm. For now, and the core going through it is just going to be making the best of it that I can. I want to be better. I want to make a name for myself, but the right way, you know?
Yeah, and there's a lot of ways to do it the wrong way, so can't really fault you there.
So, whatever else we get up to and whatever other accomplishments we may find, that'll come where it may, but I don't know what to expect yet. I don't know about you.
Honestly, that anything's fair game. If we can get through a normal school year, that'd be great, but that's not gonna happen probably considering orientation.
Yeah, I
Just-
don't know what normal means here. I don't think it's gonna look anything like my definition of the word, though, so we'll figure it out.
oh yeah, no, a lot of the other nonsense like the intrigue or this snotty noble kids or whatever, like that's a bit expected. The people disappearing is not not great.
The what?
Oh no, sorry. Well,
Yeah, you can say
Sorry,
you probably heard about that at this point. Lauren might not have.
yeah. Oh, because I probably heard about the professor, but not the girl, or is it the other way around?
At this point, 2 days in, she still hasn't showed up to her classes, so people have probably talked about it by now.
Okay. Yeah, the one girl, the Baxi who hasn't shown up.
I hadn't heard about that.
I mean, it's not exactly being actively talked about. It seems to be more on the hush-hush side.
Did she like miss orientation altogether?
Some people, from the rumor mill, some people saying they saw her, and some people saying that she wasn't there the entire day. So take with that what you will.
Odd indeed. You asked Caesar about that?
Not yet, but I figure that for a lot of the actual employees, they're probably not going to actively talk about the problem to students. Can still try.
We'll see. The other ones, yeah, I don't really want to talk to in our guilds, not at least not yet. But Caesar seems cool.
Yeah, he does, but I think he's also kind of on a similar standpoint to us, being new and all. Just instead of a student, he's an employee.
I see as a net win for us, but I don't think a lot of people see it that way. But lots of time to figure all this out.
That's for sure. The fuck is tomorrow's schedule anyhow?
Lore.
HAL. Lore.
Lore. History.
Yeah, and Manai was supposed to be in your firearms class today.
Oh.
You did probably notice that.
Well, shit.
So you guys can enjoy your evening at the cafe. Titania, you head off to get some food and then go home and clean up because you had a very sandy day. Caesar, you go to your office in the faculty building. It's pretty sparse. There's like a desk and a bookcase with basically nothing on either of them. There's like some little leftover like scraps of like empty papers, it seems like.
Could I just look carefully at all of this office and see if there's anything left behind by Stump Bumble?
Go ahead and do an investigation check. Or perception if you would like.
I would like.
You poke around for a little bit. You open the top drawer of the desk, and you notice that there seem to be some scuff marks around the back, and you kind of reach there and it pull up like a little bit of a false bottom. And inside, you find a scrap of paper, which I will send to you on Discord.
Okay.
And I will display it on the stream for the folks at home.
Okay.
So there you go.
I will
Cash does
keep
come
that
by
with me.
eventually
Yeah.
and asks for some help.
Oh,
And do that
gosh. Yes.
with a little bit of unease, probably, based on what you've just found.
Yeah.
And as we advance on to our third day of classes, we can go ahead and stop there.
Yeah.
It will pick up speed eventually, promise. But we got to get through
Yeah.
the first week of classes first.
Yeah,
We
gotta go
gotta.
first week.
Every campaign ends up killing God. We can take a little time.
Yeah, we
And
can take our
go
time to
to
build up to that
school.
point.
Yeah.
I just want to get through my first week and make some friends, you
I
know.
go to school.
All right. Well, with that, we will see you guys next week. Until then.